we are live. Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello. Good
Welcome
morning.
back to. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome
Somewhere in the
back
world.
to yeah, um, episode number 5 of the hot but. Oh my god, I can't talk. The Hot Butter Takes podcast. Um, I am joined once again by my co-host Julian. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
How are you doing today?
I am doing very well actually. It's been a great day.
Hell yeah.
Very much
Oh my
enjoying the
god,
fact that it's Women's Day.
my cat is going fucking crazy. He's fighting the air.
Yeah. I was really enjoying you know, International Women's Day. Even though it did kind of send me to think about all the trouble women go through. I'm
Yeah.
6 foot, by the way. I'm 6 feet too.
Oh my
No,
god.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
happy
been like
happy
fucking
International
great.
Women's Day for real. Shout out women.
Shout out women.
Um, it's
For
also
anything I said
my
in the past,
yeah.
I'm sorry, women.
It's also my 1 year anniversary on Twitch as a streamer.
Yippee! Woo!
Mercer is in chat right now. He says you're five
Hello,
foot two at
Mercer.
best, monkey. You're 5'2" at best.
Brother, you know what country I'm from, right? You know damn well that's a lie.
Do you know how tall I am?
No, I don't actually.
Have a guess. Take a guess. Take a wild guess.
I don't know. I think like 5'11",
Oh no, way shorter.
5'7".
5'5".
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna remember that.
Midget. Oh my god.
I'm gonna remember that and make fun of you. I
um.
know heightism is actually bad, but I don't care. It's funny. Episode 5, we're still trying to get cancelled.
Yeah. Yeah. Happy Women's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great weather today, honestly. Like sunny
Yeah.
all time.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
amazing.
True. It's been really good here as
Now
well.
we're here. Now we're here and we're gonna talk about some music.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about men during Women's Day. Mostly, we're
Yeah,
gonna
well,
cover a few women, like 3 women and like 20 guys.
yeah. We're gonna start off with you know, the decently obscure pop rock 60s band.
You might have never heard of them.
Yeah, no. We're starting off with really original jokes today. The Beatles. Um, yeah. Again,
Mercer says he
you
wish he
know.
was here to discuss the Beatles albums. Should we just invite him on call?
Yeah, sure. Like, yeah. Let's
Actually,
get Mercer in
actually,
here. Yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah. Let's get a
okay.
guest in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Why
Let's have
not?
a little guest. Do you wanna? Should I invite you, Mercer, to the group, just for now, and then we'll kick you out after this episode?
Absolutely down. I mean,
Okay,
maybe
fire,
next
fire.
time
Let me know when you're ready. I'll just
we should
invite you.
probably make an announcement
Yeah, true.
make an announcement to everyone we know, or online people would be interested in that if they wanna get on call. It's always nice to have more people.
Yeah, for sure. I have like a lot of people
Just
that I know for a fact would love to be on sometime. So yeah, we should definitely do that more often.
hello, Mercer.
Hello
Hello.
there.
Hello, hello.
Hi, how are you doing? Let me up your volume. Okay, talk just so I can do an audio check.
Hello. Microphone check.
Yeah.
That should be perfect. Yeah. Hell yeah,
Awesome.
our very first guest of this podcast.
Hello,
What an honor.
everybody. I'm
Well, Brooke only appeared on one episode, so she's like honorary guest star technically.
Yeah, true.
I'm doing quite swell. I might have gotten hacked on one of my computers, so that's not fun.
Yeah, I saw
Other
that.
than that,
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm doing pretty good.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it wasn't like a major computer for you.
About that, it was my main computer, but you
Oh,
know.
wow.
Well,
You're cooked. You're cooked.
You're cooked, man.
Yeah, but I got a backup one, so that's good.
Okay,
Let's go. Yeah, let's get into it.
Anyway,
let's do it.
Beatles, very very popular band. Kind of, you might even say the most popular band ever.
Yeah.
No, the most.
Yeah, I think the only competitors I would say are Aoba, but even then,
yeah.
That's
yeah, if you're looking
that's
at-
just your sweet talk. Is- I don't even
And they're
think it's
definitely
close.
And definitely at the very least, they're the most influential band ever.
I would definitely say so.
Probably very
Yeah.
close at least.
Mhm.
There's some
Yeah.
like contemporaries from their time. Like you could also make a good case for Dylan, Underground, Velvet Underground.
Absolutely.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Bruce
Absolutely.
Springsteen.
But still, sure.
For show.
Yeah.
Velvet Underground in particular, I think you could make a strong case
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have you
Let's-
have you
yeah,
have you
let's
heard
get
their
into
entire
it.
discography, Mercer? Or are there any
I was
albums?
about to say that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard everything. They're still mainly in the middle. It's actually through for Sale, Help, Rubber Soul, and Let It Be are the ones I've not heard. But everything else I have heard, and I've heard a lot of snippets off the four I've not heard. I actually
Okay.
still provides some.
Fire. So okay, so the first Beatles studio album is Please Please
Yeah.
Me.
This is Please Me from
1963. You're kind of cutting out,
It's
Mercer.
kind of hard.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I know.
Here. I need to charge my headphones real quick, but I can still talk, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Julian? Hello? I can't hear you.
Neither.
I feel like I'm going
Yeah,
insane.
you're cutting out.
You
like
both are
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, something is going wrong there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Oh god. That.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't hear you guys. You guys are like cutting out, cutting in and out constantly. Can you hear me though?
Yeah,
For me
I have
too.
no
Me
idea.
too. Hello. I can hear you. We can hear you perfectly.
Okay.
At least I can.
Okay. That's way better. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Is this
it.
better?
Yes.
Yes, way better. Okay, technical difficulties. We can start.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's do this.
Alright, sounds
Please
good.
please me.
Please me.
Have
Yeah,
you
it's
heard this one, Mercer?
early.
Yes, I've heard. I started a Beatles full discog binge, but I never got
Oh
through it. But
yeah.
I have heard the first. I have heard the first 3 albums, so I can talk on
Yep.
all these.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, it's pretty good. I mean, it is like
It's
very
pretty mid.
much
It's pretty mid, to be
one of
honest.
those albums.
Yeah, this is before the album era, so like it's not structured like as
Yeah,
as
it's
the
Yeah.
like
album.
it's like half covers, I think. At least half the songs are
Mm.
covers, I think, still.
Yeah.
Which is apparently like for the time still super rare. Like I think other debuts from that
Yeah,
time would
I
basically be all covers,
Yeah.
yeah, Buddy
maybe with
Holly
one or
was really
two.
the only one who was like consistently recording his own material by this time, and he'd already died by
Yeah,
this point.
Yeah.
yeah. So it still got just too much of the early rock and roll. It's very repetitive, very bluesy, and I think after the first couple tracks, you've kind of heard what it has to offer,
Absolutely. Yeah, I was
mostly.
just about to say.
But does have, I do think it has its highlights. Primarily, I think the opener, I Saw Her Standing There, is maybe my favorite song they did from the early era, from the first like 5 albums, with a
Oh,
couple
I don't know about
other
that.
ones we'll get into.
The first
Yeah,
5, that's spanning
Yeah.
quite a few.
Yeah, I don't know about that, Chief, but
I mean, there's like I think there's one song maybe in there or two. I mean, you can probably guess the main
yeah.
one, but
Yeah. I
um,
I think I think this album is carried a lot by its energy. It's kind of hard to hate an album where these,
yeah,
like band that's so influential is just clearly having a blast because they recorded this in
It's
a
true,
day.
yeah.
Obvious that there's just
yeah,
such an sense of
that's
youthful energy to it.
yeah, they're definitely like very much enjoying the process of making music. And even though maybe the material is lacking, like you say, the energy very much carries it. And I mentioned I Saw Her Standing There because that's like just a primary example of that, but also the outro track, of course, Twist and Shout, which I think was their
Uh,
first hit.
Yeah.
hmm I
I
think
mean,
it's got some of Lennon's best vocals he ever did. For one thing.
we gotta. How do we feel about the opening lyric for I Saw Her Standing There, of course?
Oh gosh, it's been so long since I heard this
I
album.
I can't remember.
Oh,
why
I'm
why
let
don't
me.
you sing it for us, Julian?
Okay, let me. It's well, she was just 17, if you
Oh.
know what I mean.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I forgot.
They were like, they were probably, I don't know how old they were, but it's still funny as hell. But
That
yeah,
is
I mean,
funny.
there's a
That's
real
crazy.
twist and shout, just like a great like bluesy groove to it, and they
Absolutely.
and their yelling vocals are just great here. But you also got like chains, Anna. I mean, yeah,
My favorite track off this album is actually the title track, which was I think their second single they ever released. There's a
Yeah.
very I don't know what it is exactly, but it's one of their catchiest songs, especially from their
Yeah,
early
that one's
years.
up
And
for me, but I think ultimately I'll have to say Twist and Shouts is the big highlight for me here.
yeah, I won't
you're still
argue with that.
going with the outro,
Yeah,
Yeah.
first lyric excluded, but yeah, it's. I also like Misery quite a lot.
Misery's really underrated. Yeah, I'm quite
True.
a
Yeah,
big fan of
Misery.
that one.
Good track. I also have to shout out my grandpa who actually saw the Beatles live in '65. That's pretty fucking dope.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I
That's
really love.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and he also had connections to ABBA. He fucking worked with one of the members from ABBA. It's fucking crazy, bro.
It's awesome. Oh, one other thing about this album that kind of stuck out for me, even if I don't think it's anything exceptional. Instrumentally, obviously, it's pretty bare bones, nothing too exceptional. But Ringo has a lot of energy on this album in
Yeah, I
particular. The
mean
drums
that's something
carries.
I noticed during this disco run.
Yeah,
Ringo is really good on the
Ringo is the
drums. I
Yes,
goat.
like
Ringo is the
never
goat.
realized just how amazing he is at this shit.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like
I think
there's one
it's just it's so good.
yeah, and again, even though it is like really bare bones, like you said, it does give it an almost punk vibe. Like, I mean, very,
Mm-hmm.
very primitive, of course, but like you can tell that like I wouldn't be shocked if a lot
Yeah,
of like the
that's the
early
one thing I feel was prevalent in literally all of their projects is that energy, and I feel like you can hear that like
Mhm.
even through this album, um,
I wouldn't
like
say that
in a
because
very
some of the albums we're about to cover I feel like are a little dull and
I
wait,
agree.
not
what? Really?
energetic, but a couple. I mean, but we'll get into that.
Okay,
But yeah,
fair
like
enough.
it it's definitely got like it's young adults who got the chance to make rock and roll that they liked
Mm.
into a studio album and they just did that. And while it is of course very primitive, it is like it's decently enjoyable from time to time with some tracks.
Yeah, like when
Yeah,
you listen to it as
mm.
a full album from start to finish, it can get a little like, okay, I'm starting to get a little tired here. But like,
Yeah,
if you like single out some of your favorite tracks, put them in a playlist and listen to them, it's a fucking blast. It's a great album, or not? Well, I wouldn't say it's a great album. It's a very
no,
enjoyable
no,
album.
it's
You could
really
say.
not a great album.
I don't know.
uh,
I don't even know why. Like I said, that just kind of burst
yeah.
out. But yeah, I think it's
Yeah, we do that.
understated.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, yeah, Julian
What
does
I
that
I
with
meant to
every
like
say
it.
single
was,
I
episode.
like it though. I like it though.
it's a
I
very
like it
enjoyable album.
though.
It's a
I
great
like it
album.
though. Yeah.
It's actually their best. Abbey Road, who
Yeah, it's so true.
What's the context for I like it though? I forgot.
It was we covered OPEF.
Oh, oh yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
That was like
So basically,
it
Julian
was
fucking he fucking shit on the
I
album
stopped.
for like 20 minutes straight, and then he was like, "I like it
oh
though."
my god, that's
No, I wasn't
insane.
shitting and I was shitting on it. I was like I hated
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're shitting
Well,
on
isn't
it.
I
Yeah.
forgot about Love Me Do. Love Me Do is very good.
I get a little tired of that one, but it's got that
Mhm.
same youthful energy that makes it pretty
Yeah.
hard to hate.
Where are we putting this one on the list?
It's a C tier for me.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Like
Because like
maybe a higher one,
yeah,
but
because like when you highlight your favorite songs, it may seem like it's higher, but when you actually like listen to it as a full album, like I
yeah,
said,
it
it can
like
be a little
it really
exhausting.
quickly just gets you like kind of just
Yeah,
as the background noise.
Yeah.
it's pretty hard to
It's
get
like when
through for me.
it's like when your friend like does a few really good songs. You're like, wait, this guy has talent, but then he just keeps going on, and you're like, okay, dude.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't have the sauce for
Yeah, exactly.
30
For
minutes.
sure. But yeah, it's definitely not their weakest album, I wouldn't say. But
Also,
it's
I
definitely
don't know
like
why, but I really like the album cover for some reason. It just makes me happy.
yeah,
Yeah, I
it's very
get why.
iconic.
Yeah,
So yeah,
second one.
next
This
yeah, Hard Day's
with
Work, right?
the Beatles. What?
Oh, with the Beatles first. Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, with the
Oh
Beatles
boy.
first.
Yeah.
Um, hmm, I don't.
Okay,
I really don't have a lot to say about this one.
this
Uh,
one like here it has the same problem with Please Please Me, where like when you listen to an album like as an album, it can get a little tired, but it's worse here. It gets exhausting like by the halfway point.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah, I
yeah.
agree. Everything I said about the other one, like this one is like even more like dull and like
Also,
yeah.
kind of just struggle thinking of a particular standout track. I like with Please Please Me. I can at least like point to a couple tracks where I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
this one is yeah this track and this track and like I would probably go like if you ask me like make a playlist, put two songs from
yeah.
every Beatles album
All My
on
Loving
there,
for sure.
I would really have to struggle with this one. I would probably have
Yeah.
to listen to it like real quick. I would just like skim through it just to see this and this. Whereas with some others I could just like this and this.
Yeah.
Or at least like it's forgettable. It's way more forgettable and like
Yeah,
it
it
doesn't
really
have
is.
that it doesn't have the excuse of being a debut, and some of the tracks are also just
Exactly.
less energetic in my mind.
I can totally see
Yeah, I'm
that.
pretty sure if I remember reading its production history right, I'm pretty sure quite a few of the tracks were just there to pad the runtime so it can like release as an actual album. So like they just recorded
Yeah.
them and wrote them in, and then
It
just
does to
released
me.
them.
This album feels longer than it actually is. It's only like
Yes,
30
I
minutes
agree.
long, but it definitely feels like 45.
yeah.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
one of my biggest praises for Please Please Me, like I said, was Ringo's drumming, and it's still good here because he was just consistently a good drummer, but it takes a
Yeah.
major step back compared to Please Please Me.
True.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Songs just aren't as good. The interesting thing here, probably like the little tidbit that like people know. This was the favorite Beatles album from Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
What?
That-
Really? I did
yeah,
not know
this is
about
he.
this.
He
Uh,
consider this is what he considered his favorite. I don't
That's
get it, but
crazy, bro.
I know he was generally a fan of that early '60s kind of dance pop, so it makes sense. But still,
I know a
imagine
lot
with
of
the
people
with the
who like,
Beatles is proto
yeah.
grunge.
But like I know like quite a few people that prefer the Beatles' older work. And I think those people are really cringe. Because
I don't
I
get
don't
it,
know how
man.
you can look at like, yeah,
They
I don't
listen to
fucking know,
like the
man.
top 5 most played songs from that era, but they don't actually like
Yeah.
listen to the albums as a whole. Because if they did, there's no way.
Exactly. They're like, "Oh, I like Yesterday."
I think you gotta have like you gotta really be into that style. Otherwise, it's just like
Wait, did I
Yeah.
not.
spell
But
Ichiko
even then,
Aoba's name wrong?
how did
Oh
you
my
spell
god.
it?
Uh, with an I instead of an O at the end. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. On Women's Day as well.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy,
Wow.
bro.
Worse though.
Hi, Brooke, by the way.
Oh, hey, bro.
Hello.
Well, yeah, I don't really have a lot to say. Again, I think
Yeah.
if you really gotta like this older style of music to the point that you can basically listen to like this style for like 30 minutes or more on
Mhm.
end to really prefer the older Beatles. I just I just
Absolutely.
I just
And
don't
I'm
know how
not one
that's
of those people.
possible.
I'm not one of those people. I get tired of Mersey beat really, really fast. So I'm not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I'd say lower than
For sure.
Absolutely. I
Yep.
don't think it's quite D, but definitely like
Um,
lower C.
no, yeah, and I will say, just real quick, because every one of the albums I have heard, I'll give like a few of my favorite tracks. So, like I said, All My Lovin' is definitely the standout, but also
Absolutely.
their Chuck Berry cover, "Roll Over Beethoven," I remember quite liking, and I have
Yeah.
nostalgia for Mr. Postman. So those would probably
Yeah,
be
I
my.
like I think Please Mr. Postman is my favorite, and
Really?
Roll Over Beethoven is pretty good. I
I
mainly
think
like
yeah.
when I listen to that song, I mainly listen to the Sonics cover. That's my personal
Oh yeah,
favorite rendition of that. But it's like a really it's a really good rock song, I think. So it's just generally most covers at least like get something right about it. But yeah, real kind of a step down.
yeah. It's kind of hard to like for me to put this in the same tier as Please Please Me, because like I feel like there is a significant difference in my heart, but like
Mm,
fundamentally, I don't think they're that different in quality. So like it would be
yeah.
like they're the same tier, but like there's an asterisk. Like I much prefer
Yeah,
listening to Please Please.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree.
Yep.
So, do we
The next
wanna
one,
yeah, A Hard Day's Night.
A Hard Day's Night, the soundtrack to their first movie.
Yeah.
This
Which is
is
it's a very great movie, by the way. Sorry to interrupt.
it's
I
the
just want to
only
say something.
one
I've
of
not
the
seen it.
Beatles movies I have sadly not seen. It's the only one I haven't seen. I've seen Yellow Submarine. We won't cover the soundtrack for that one. We discussed that. It's
Yeah.
got no original tracks. Um, I've seen Magical Mystery Tour and I've seen Help was it? I'll give my take on Help when we get. I'll give my takes on the movies
Yeah.
actually in general.
I haven't
I'll
seen
talk about
any
the
of
movie
them. I haven't seen any
quickly.
of the movies.
Yeah, because
Oh
you're not
wow, yeah,
you're,
I don't watch movies. I don't like movies.
you don't watch movies. Yeah,
so
it's
true, so true.
um
So what do we think about this one?
Yeah,
Very intense. This is a major step up, even if it's
it's
not.
definitely
agree.
better. I think it's definitely better. I think it is more streamlined too, I feel. I
Absolutely.
mean,
Yeah.
I think they definitely. Oh,
Uh-oh.
no, no. I don't know. I said, oh, no, but like this is they don't have covers on this one. That I think helps.
Yeah,
They're not
absolutely.
just
Yes,
like
it really.
this is the first with no covers,
It's all original,
Mm-hmm.
which
and
is very
that's
cool.
like that like with some real they feel more at home here. I think they feel more
Mm.
Yeah,
natural.
it's still Mersey beat, but like it's not like dance. It's clear like they're doing it more than just to create dance music.
Yeah,
There's more emphasis on the lyrics here.
Yeah.
they're more getting into the slower style too.
Yes.
But again, the opener here is the best part. I think that's
I
pretty easy
agree.
Absolutely.
to
I agree
say.
100%. It's actually a
That
great
is
song.
again, I said I saw her standing there. This is also like top 3 early Beatles
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
tracks.
I
It's
agree.
really good.
Yeah, yeah, that I actually
Super
agree with.
solid. But same goes for If I Fell, Can't Buy Me Love, of course. That's a good track. And
Very much so.
Yeah.
it's not like a fully considered album. It still got like it's still a little forgettable at times. I think that mainly is just the fact that they were like pretty much just pumping out love songs the whole time. So
Yeah.
the lyrics just become a blur,
Mm.
like, oh, I love you, and then you get to the next record. I love you so.
Yeah,
That's just how the early
yeah.
Beatles albums go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the
like,
second half in particular is like it gets a little I wouldn't I don't know what the right word is because I don't really like using the word filler, but like it's
one
clearly a step
note,
down from the first half. Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
one note,
yeah, it
I
kind of is
guess is the word
derivative.
I'd
Yeah.
Yeah.
use. The
There we
early
go.
albums are too one note.
Yeah. But that first half is genuinely really, really
Actually,
great. Like
actually
like
really
the ones
good.
you mentioned.
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
but and I also want to shout out And I Love Her. That's probably my second favorite off this
I
album.
agree. I agree 100%. I think
Which song?
and I love her.
Yep. Agree,
Absolutely.
definitely good
That
song.
and the opener, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the opener and Can't Buy Me Love are my personal favorites.
Okay.
Very
This
valid.
is
Great.
definitely better, but I'd still say it's kind of in that same tier. Maybe like a higher
Nah,
C.
I think this is low B personally. I
Yeah,
think
low
this
B
is
I could see too.
absolutely in an up
Higher
like in a
C,
higher tier.
higher C, lower B for me. I think I agree.
How
Else,
about how about you, Mercer? You're the tiebreaker.
Uh I'm willing to go low B personally.
Okay.
all right, yeah,
Sick.
that's fine.
Because like I it's hard to like say really because this is such an important step in their career that it kind of feels wrong to like
Yeah.
classify it with the other two because like it's so much more enjoyable to listen to. But like still, when you like compare it to like their best achievements, it's kind of hard to like put it too high. So like yeah, but like I think it's good enough to be in the B tier, especially because of how like perfect that first half is.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this is like a low 7 for me, if I were to like rate it,
Yeah.
because
By
I
the
think
way,
it's actually
Yeah.
like a really good album.
yeah, is
Hmm.
Brooke still in the chat right now?
Um, I'm not sure. They're not actively chatting at least, but yes, they
Uh,
are. Okay,
no.
she is. Yeah.
Okay, I want you're still updating the you still do the music the S tier albums list too, right? Are you still doing that one? Like we haven't had a lot, but I was wondering if you're still like
She is. Yeah.
updating. All right, yeah, yeah, gotta perhaps foreshadowing, sorta.
So far, symbolic is the only S tier. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Beatles for sale.
Yeah. This one is pretty dog water to be
I have
honest.
not heard this one, and I don't think I've actually heard any songs off it, so I won't be.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
What I said about with the Beatles that I couldn't pick out like a specific song that especially goes for this one. I think
Yeah.
the first two times I tried listening to this, First time I fell asleep. Second time I only remember the part where I was listening to it and I got a spam chat message asking me if I wanted to buy cocaine. That's like the only thing I remember.
Yeah, this was
Like,
this was a Christmas mandate from their recording company. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure.
this is like this was basically just like, you know, they became a cash cow. They realized, damn, these guys are popular as hell. You know, put out more shit,
Yeah.
guys. We need as much music as you can.
Yeah, exactly. There's no real. I mean, yeah, there's not really like a lot of passion. I feel like brought into these tracks. It definitely feel like it definitely feels more
Actually,
commercial.
I almost forgot, but I like Kansas City, Hey Hey Hey. I forgot about that one. I think that's like the one
Mm-hmm.
track I can sort of remember, like parsing out in like what it
Yeah,
was going for. That's
yeah.
like my
I
favorite.
don't
For the
really
rest,
have any standout tracks to be honest. This one just kind of just
yeah, it's
just
like
just went for me. Yeah, I don't know.
they're going through the motions. They really went through the motions.
Yeah, they went back to cover songs on a lot of these as well.
Yeah, they did.
That just
So
leads to
the
this.
I gotta
I
say the album cover is incredibly funny to me with them just looking so fed up with
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
things.
this is like I think Ringo's face here is just like a perfect
It's
reaction image.
it's
Absolutely.
priceless.
So good.
They really do not want to be here. They were done,
Oh, that's
man.
amazing. Oh man.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say about this one. This is
Me
easily
neither.
my
I just
least
kind of want to
favorite
get this one
Beatles
over with
album.
and go
Yeah, I think
easily. Yeah,
this
I'd
is
say
actually a
like
D
high
tier.
D.
Yeah,
This is like a medium D actually, medium high
I
D.
agree.
It's not like unsalvageable D tier, but like it's so boring. It's so boring.
It is. I'm probably never listening to any of these tracks again.
I will
Um,
never listen to this again.
Death was episode 2, I believe.
Yeah, it was.
It's episode 2, yeah.
Sort. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to like a somewhat better album. Help.
Oh, it is. It is leagues better. I think out
Uh,
of the first 5, I think this is
first of
my
all,
favorite.
first of all, I think the movie for this is like bad, like
Yeah.
bad. It is really.
horrible.
It is like
Really?
so aimless. It's aimless. They're just doing random shit. I did like the part I watched like the documentary 8 days a week by
Mm.
what's his name? I forgot. Ron Greenman, I think. Ron
Uh-huh.
Green about like how
No,
I
I
this
have
was
no
wasn't
like
sure.
idea.
they were like caught smoking weed. This was like the album where they were
Oh.
introduced to weed or during the filming of the movie. It's like
Ron Howard.
yeah, oh Ron Howard, yeah.
Oh, Ron
A
Howard.
little
Oh, okay.
tidbit I remember from the movie when I watched it on a plane.
You,
I
you
do
saw this
not
on a
like.
plane?
I watched this. I watched hell. No, I watched the documentary about
Oh,
their
okay.
career on a
Oh, okay.
plane. Yeah.
Nah, bro. Imagine watching the Help movie on a plane. That would be
That's
No,
crazy.
I already hate flying, so I would not survive. I would not survive that. Yeah, this is like definitely very much an improvement. I mean,
Yeah,
again, it
I
kind of
think
goes.
up until this point, I think this is definitely the best. Like
They're definitely
absolutely.
like much better step up from both in I think sound. They're much more diverse sound here. I mean, take You're Going to Lose That Girl. Very like no, I don't. Is this You're Going to? No, I meant Ticket to Ride. I meant Ticket to Ride.
To get you right, yeah.
I really
Yeah,
like Ticket to Ride. That's one of my
yeah.
favorite
It's
of the
like
early songs.
Yeah.
they're like going a way different direction. The opener, the title track, of course, really good. I like Dizzy Miss Lizzy too. Um, I've just seen a face actually. No, tell me what you see. That's the thing. I sometimes get these tracks still confused because they still have
Yeah.
the problem of the original. But like, it's definitely last year, and I mean, I don't think I need to talk about it, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, come on. I mean,
yesterday's.
it is a fantastic track.
It is generally a very good song. Yeah.
It
It
is
is really good.
probably, yeah, it is the best thing they did from that early career, and
I
I
think so.
really do get why it's probably the most covered song ever. I think
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
because I think it's just such a resonating song. It's one of the big strengths. It's super like relatable. I think it really does hit that Beatles magic of like anybody could listen to this and like enjoy it.
100%,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
got like a
And
very mature subject matter, but it just puts you in a good mood somehow, which is
yeah, and
kind of
Yeah.
it's such
aspect of.
a it's so sparse. It's so
Yeah,
sparse,
it's
but
kind of the
so
first glimpse into like what really made their music so special. I feel like that track kind of
yeah,
captured
into
that.
like what would make some of the later like great
Absolutely,
tracks
yeah.
work as well.
And also, I really love the as much as I love listening to it on its own, I really love the video of Paul McCartney actually singing it when the black and white and he
Yes,
gets
yes.
all teary. It's great.
So good.
But I've never actually seen that video, honestly.
It is
It's
really
awesome.
good.
Or at least yeah, it's got some of the problems, but it is a much better step up. And
It really is.
I do actually
It
want to
is
listen to
an
this.
genuinely enjoyable album. Uh
Gun to my head, listen to one of the first 5 Beatles albums. I'm
oh,
easily
Help,
picking Help.
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, very.
It is actually an enjoyable listen. How long is Help? Isn't it also like 35 minutes or something?
Yeah,
I think it's
30,
one of the shortest.
34,
Yeah.
34.
Oh, 34. Okay,
It's
yeah, yeah.
chill.
Yeah.
It's just chill. Like that was like really the good part of their early. Well, actually, their whole career really was like they're mostly short albums. That was really nice, you know. Like even if they're not like crazy good, you can at least like okay, it's over, you know, after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Where do you
Oh,
want to
and
put this on the tier list?
I don't think we did. One last thing, I don't think we discussed the title track somehow. It's also very, very, very good.
I mean, I mentioned it, but
Oh,
Yeah,
did you?
it's
Sorry,
a good song.
it's a pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought it. How was it just in the movie? It was actually pretty good. I think it's
Yeah.
probably one of the better songs to appear in the movie. Probably like one of the better things about that movie. Oh, that movie isn't even that long, right? Like, how long is the Help movie?
It's very short. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Like, let me look.
Yeah,
Help
isn't it just
movie.
like an hour long?
Hour and 32 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's not
that's
that. A little longer than I thought. But yeah.
yeah, it's longer. I thought it was like I first thought for a second it was just straight up like an hour.
I fucking love the tagline for this movie. Stop
What?
worrying, help is on the way.
Hold on. I never like knew what the plot of this movie was at first, and I was just like scrolling through Google,
Yeah.
and the first thing I see is Sir Ringo Starr finds himself the human sacrifice target of a cult.
Yes,
That's
it's
insane.
you haven't
That's
seen it?
crazy. No.
No, I haven't. I've just seen a Hard Day's Night.
No, man. That's not even scratching the surface. This whole thing is a fever dream. I don't know if you've seen the
Really?
Magical Mystery Tour movie. That one is also like a complete fever dream. But at least that
I
was
haven't
like
seen it until I've seen
this one.
partial.
This
Yeah,
one
parts
is
of
like
it.
90 minutes, and pretty much every scene just seems so disconnected. It's a
Um,
mess. It is not good at all, and it drags so
and
hard.
this
I
is
just
before the psychedelic era too, so like this is that's an insight into what they
yeah.
would
It's
do
like
like in.
I mean, this would be like the first album that they were getting into like psychedelics.
I kinda wanna
But as
watch
for the
it
next
now. I kinda
albums,
wanna watch Help the movie.
what
We should do a Beatles movie marathon.
Yes,
I
we
would
should.
totally be down for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But yeah, personally, I'm saying
I think B.
Yeah, low B, low B.
B
Still, like, got the issues.
the other B.
Yeah, definitely above the other B. It's definitely better
Absolutely.
than Hard Day's Night that we put there. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I agree with that totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we get into the good
Whoa, we're
stuff.
finally getting into
Let's
the good
fucking
stuff.
go.
We're getting into the
This is
great stuff.
the biggest one I haven't heard is Rubber
Rubber
Souls.
Soul.
Wait, you have not
Whee!
heard Rubber Soul, Mercer?
Yeah,
You're
it's the
cooked, man.
biggest
You're
one I haven't heard.
cooked.
For sure.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
this
Oh
album is a
yeah.
fucking banger.
I've heard
This
a lot of
album
the
is
tracks
For
off here, though. So I can
for a
still
while, this was probably my favorite. I wouldn't say that anymore,
this is
especially
my
because I
dad's
think
favorite. This is my dad's favorite Beatles album. I know
it's
that
like
for a fact.
uh, it's the silly man's favorite Beatles record.
Yes.
You can definitely tell a little more of the psychedelic nature, but it's still very much grounded in that old stuff. It really threads the line between what they were doing not later and what they were doing before.
This album is
And
such a vibe. It is. Oh man.
well, I don't.
It is so
The main
enjoyable.
reason it's not like a favorite of mine
Mm.
anymore is I think the B side isn't as good, but the A
Really?
side is just
Really? I think that I think there's some of like the yeah I disagree. I think this is a very uh like concise and like very like um what's the word
consistent.
consistent album. Yeah, I think this is a very consistent listen. I don't think there are any like bad or even mid tracks. I think all of them are like
Well,
actually good.
I haven't heard like the full thing in full, but like I said, I have heard a lot of these, and I will have to disagree there because "Run for
Really?
Your Life" never does not do much for me, and I don't know. There's something about that track that just really kind of sticks out like a sore thumb to me.
I think
Like
it's a good track.
like you want to talk about insane Beatles lyrics openers? Well, I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. I think that tops the bill.
sorry. Sorry, I had to get something. Something came in the way.
Talking
Um.
I was just talking
Anyway,
about the lyrics of "Run for Your Life."
Yeah, I mean
but yeah, the first half I love, especially the first 4 tracks. Norwegian Wood is fantastic.
it is the best track on the album,
Mhm.
quite easily for me.
Yeah, that one. Drive My Car, of course.
Drive my car, the opener.
Yeah, Michelle. Michelle's a classic. I
Michelle,
know someone who
absolutely.
thinks like Michelle's. I know a couple people who think Michelle's her favorite of their entire catalog. I don't entirely see it, but like I get the vision. It's a really good song.
And also, obviously, In My Life is also fantastic.
Yep, one of their
Yep.
biggest. And
Yeah.
"Nowhere
Yep.
Man" is a huge favorite.
Oh yeah,
of mine.
No More Man is great.
Oh,
Think for
so
yourself.
good.
Also like
Yeah.
Girl is pretty good. Yeah, it's a crazy step up here.
It really is. This is oh man.
Absolutely, the first time they hit like great songwriting, amazing songwriting actually. Besides yesterday, but still, I mean, for me, this would be a low A, I think. Yeah, a low A.
Yeah,
But
this is
still,
an absolutely. Oh my god.
but
No, I accidentally hit my blow high. But yeah, this is an easy A tier. I agree.
yep. You agree? Oh yeah, Mercer hasn't heard it.
Yeah, he hasn't.
But don't worry, all these next 5 I have heard, and we'll get into great.
All right.
Fired.
Next one.
Revolver. Let's fucking go.
This is one of the most influential things in music history.
Yes.
Truthfully.
100%.
Kicking my feet like I'm so bad.
Revolver. Everything
I love
changes here.
Yeah,
Obviously,
this is just
It's just
monumental piece of music.
Insanity. It's like listening to music before like 1966, and then just putting this on and getting hit with that like opening riff from Texman.
Yeah.
It's
the double
insanity.
the double hit of this and Pet Sounds that year really just, I mean, that's just insane.
Then like this is just, I mean, pure psychedelic madness.
Yeah, this is
And
where they fully start to
so,
embrace that.
God,
It is so
I mean,
good.
their influences here become so wide and so well utilized. Like, oh my God, oh.
Well, I guess
I
we
mean,
can start with the opener, with Taxman, which is
I just straight up want to talk about this like song to song. It's so
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go for it.
Yeah, like Taxman. What can you say? That riff is just amazing.
One of their catchiest songs they ever did, if not their catchiest. Honestly,
Yeah,
it took me.
and then that like that little solo.
Oh, it's one of their best
So
they ever
good.
did,
It's
man.
so good. Oh,
Boom.
it's so good. Yeah, this
Harrison,
album,
so good.
I could listen to this
Harrison-
album like for the like yeah, like this album never gets old for me. I could listen to this every
Yeah.
single day for my
even
entire
the
life.
freaking like opening 1, 2, 3.
Wait,
Yes.
that little
Yes.
like guitar like sound like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's
it's
great.
also it's also very it's also kind of a funny song to me, you know.
It's very funny, yeah.
It is.
Like if you take a walk, I'll text your feet.
Your feet.
It's
Oh, I
so
love
good.
it. It's awesome.
So good. It's just like it's early psych rock, man. It's like
And it's so
this
short
shit.
too. Get it, like it's done before you know it.
It's like it after hearing it so many times, it's pretty much like gone in the blink of an eye. I wish it was like longer. I would listen to a
Yes.
10-minute version of that like
I know,
guitar
right?
solo alone.
But I'm also glad that like it is so like I don't know, it's just like so perfect as it is. I feel like
Yep.
Absolutely.
I'm just happy that this
It's
thing exists. It's just pure bliss to listen to. It's so good.
yeah.
I
And
really
getting
want
into like
this. I really want to own this on vinyl.
yeah, I should still get it, but it's like weirdly expensive.
Yeah,
They
it
should
really
start
is.
like mass manufacturing it. Honestly,
Yeah,
please just get this down to $20 or something. I don't know, man.
yeah. The only Beatles album I have on vinyl is Abbey Road.
Yeah,
I
I have that one
I
too.
got that for
Pretty
Christmas.
sure they just give that away. You know, at this point. Pretty
Yeah,
sure you're just gonna turn the corner one day and you're gonna find an Abbey Road vinyl.
yeah,
I know, right? Yeah, it's the only Beatles album
Yeah.
I own on vinyl as well.
yeah.
Because I remember I was at an airport once and I saw a $57 copy of Sergeant Pepper, and I was not spending that amount of money to buy that thing.
Oh, why would you buy a vinyl in the airport?
I don't know. I didn't even know they had it there. But
But yeah,
Eleanor Rigby.
Eleanor Rigby. Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, what I said about like yesterday with the very simple lyrics that really touch you. They recreated the magic with this song, and honestly, it may be better
It is. Oh,
instrumentally.
it is definitely better.
Like it's such a
Absolutely.
simplistic like story, but it really just gives the whole thing. You know, it's it's free it's free like verses, and it's just two people like and their story and what how they. But
Yeah.
it's so touching. It's such a spectacular piece of simplistic like sparse songwriting, and that string session is just unbeatable.
Yeah, if
Oh,
this
you
was
must.
Honestly,
your if this was like someone's favorite Beatles song, I would totally like understand.
on that
Yeah.
note, it's not my favorite Beatles song, but I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but purely lyrically, I think this might be my favorite song they ever wrote.
I truly get that. It is
Yeah,
easily one of
absolutely.
the coolest and most
Yep.
interesting they've done with
My
it.
favorite Beatles song actually exists on this album, but we will get to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eleanor Rigby is so influential. We all love it. How can you not love it?
It's so good.
I'm only sleeping.
I really like this one.
Yeah, I
it
really
is
love this one
fantastic.
too. I
Yeah.
think this one is amazing. It's I mean, it really does. It's cozy. It's very comfortable. It's such a comforting song to listen to, and that like the guitar, it's a little bit raga-ish. I mean, that comes in later, maybe,
Yeah,
of course, but still.
and what they do with Lennon's voice, is just incredible. Then they would experiment with that more on
And
in the
of course, that
1967.
like that little like guitar they do. I think it's
Uh,
reversed. I don't. It's so, but it's like it's such a great psychedelic. In general, this is like one of the more psychedelic songs on the album,
very,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
it's very well implemented here. This is God. What do you even say about this one? I mean, I love the way they indeed do those vocals. Like, really does sound like falling into a deep sleep, coming out of a deep sleep. It's just amazing that they were able to capture that feeling so well with this song. In like
Yeah,
3 minutes ish. It's really just a great example of what makes this album so good. Like they really just went, if we want to do something and we're gonna capture it, they just capture it. It's like they went
Yes.
from just writing about a bunch of love songs and now they're just writing about like whatever they want. They capture it like down to a T.
hmm
Most it's like it's like seriously impeccable songwriting. I can't get over it.
yeah, and it's like, and I
Love you.
think this is. Oh, sorry. One
No,
last thing
no,
about
you can.
yeah, one
Yeah,
last thing about it. I was gonna say, you're 3 tracks into Revolver, right? And you already get that blueprint for the idea of all the rest of their albums having so much diversity on them because you have a
100%.
Harrison
Yeah.
track already, you have a McCartney track with no traditional instruments on it, and you have a Lennon track that really embraces the psychedelia. So you're already getting
Yeah.
that diversity.
yeah. It's very clearly risk taking and just succeeding in it all and just
Oh, it's
blowing you
such a good
away with
album.
new.
It's oh fuck. Like
It's
just
so
talking
deep.
about this
It's so
and
deep.
like I heard it like yeah, like obviously I've been a fan of the Beatles and this album in particularly for many years, but I re-listened to it like just a few days ago and it fucking hits like just as fucking hard as it did when I first heard it. Uh
Mm-hmm.
like as a teenager. Oh, it's so good. And just talking about it makes me want to go back and listen to it all over again. It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Love You Too. I
Love you
really,
to
really, I,
insanity.
I love this one. I have
What you
such a soft spot for it.
what you said about like getting the first three in the blueprint, then it just pops out just this raga rock, basically the first raga rock track ever, and it sounds like spectacular. I mean, I think most people would probably never heard anything like this before this album,
Yeah.
before this track, and it's just mind blowing. I mean, the raga drones are just sound amazing. Or well, the sitar, I guess it's more, but you know what I mean. And then like the drums come in, and it's around I think the tambourine. It's not really a drum,
And
but like
they call it
it's
the
got a
Tembra.
it's got a really like solid groove, and it's just hard psychedelic. It's maybe the well not the most psychedelic track on the album, but it really just gets me, and oh,
Yeah, Harrison's
it
voice
blows
sounds
my
like he's
mind.
from another planet at points on here. It's awesome.
Yeah, in general, like the way they produce their voices just set the blueprint for what psychedelia would become. And that's especially apparent here. You already know some dude who like made a big important psych rock band probably started it because they listened to this song while on LSD or something,
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
which is mind blowing stuff.
It's not my
And
favorite of his India compositions. We'll get to that on the next album,
yeah,
but I really like it.
yep, I totally agree. Um, or what's the next one? Oh, Here,
Here,
There, and
there, and
There and
Everywhere. I mean,
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah.
this one goes back to like the more original style, but still, I mean,
It's just oof. It's so
wow.
good. Yeah, I love
It's
this
way
one.
more
Lyric
beautiful than any of those early songs
Yeah.
combined. It's so
it's
so good.
so it's so it's so tender, so touching, and it feels like flowing in the wind. It's the kind of song that just flows. You know what I mean? Like
I
you're
really
going
do.
with the flow of listening to it, and it's how do you explain it? You really just get sucked into it, and you're kind of just following the rhythm of it. It's
Yeah,
like
this
a
is
really
just
oh
this is one. I mean, it's such a cliche thing to say. This is such a hard song to describe, but it's really one of those for me because
yeah
it's one of those most unique feelings of just pure bliss I've ever heard listening to a song. It's one of the
yeah.
highlights for me.
I love it. I fucking love this album, man.
But do you
Yellow
love
Sub.
Yellow Submarine?
I fucking
Uh,
love Yellow Submarine. I
really?
love Yellow Submarine. I love Yellow Submarine. You just aren't whimsy filled if you don't love Yellow Submarine. It's
Yeah,
so good.
it's. I don't know. I feel like it's just like a bit overplayed at this point. Um,
Nobody cares. Here Comes the Sun is overplayed too, and that's fucking great.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to apply the overplayed argument for the Beatles for me, considering they're
yeah, I mean,
the
yeah, but
band.
this one, yeah. I mean, it is a good song, but I wouldn't call it like, it is definitely weaker than a lot of the other tracks for me.
I'm kind of in the middle. I don't love it, and I do think it's a step down from like the previous five tracks, but I don't think it's like anywhere near one of their worst songs or anything. But I
Sure,
No,
have a
no,
good
no,
it's
no,
time
no,
listening.
no, 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 absolutely not.
sure it's one of the weaker tracks maybe, but like come on, it's so fun to listen to. It's really just sunny, and it's still atmospheric with like the middle part where they just start like having the sounds of like the boat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're still going for really strong atmosphere here, and yeah, what can you say? The movie it's based on based on the movie it would inspire.
Yeah,
So goated. I actually think it's like maybe my favorite Beatles movie. I think it's amazing. It
really.
really does capture like the kind of weird, like sort of psychedelic, sort of whimsical childishness of the song. And yes,
Yeah,
this album,
which is
this
funny because when it released, the Beatles wanted nothing to do with the movie.
I mean, aren't they not they're not the voice actors, right?
Yeah, I mean, they just got like the idea from them, and then they essentially just wanted nothing to do with the project after that, which I found very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah,
really it's obviously like more childish, but they pull it off. They really do pull it off and still create something that like feels in spirit of the album. Children's
Yeah,
music's
totally.
children music or not, who cares? It is so fun. I love it. It's
it is
it's
very
it's
fun.
it's perfect sunshine pop. If it is sunshine pop at all. But yeah,
Next
she
one is
said
a personal
She
favorite
said.
of
She
mine.
said.
I fucking love this movie.
she
It is.
said
It is really good. It is really good.
I'm kind of having like the same thing that I said about like I'm only sleeping and Textman. The guitar here is just incredible.
It's so
Yes.
good. It might
Even
be
the
my
So
the
good,
favorite
man.
work of their entire career. Honestly, I cannot describe the mood this song puts me in.
and the
Which is yeah,
lyrics are so intriguing. They're probably one of the more mystical on the song. Like
yeah.
it's
When
like having a conversation with someone, but like they don't really fully make sense. But there's something about it, you know?
I've I was this came. I first like heard the song at a very specific time in life, like when I was going through a bunch like the themes it
Mm,
discusses, and
mm.
it just hit in a very very good
Yeah.
way for me. Like the I mean one of my the I cannot get coherent sentences out these days. She's making me feel like I've never been born is one of my favorite
Yes.
lyrics.
Oh, I love that line.
Like I know
Yes.
Yeah,
it complexes a lot of people, but it just hits me in the feels every time. Like I know that
yeah,
feeling. It's hard to explain the words, but I know what they're going for, and
yeah.
it's
It's like
beautiful.
Oh,
that's
100%.
exactly how to describe the lyrics on this song. They maybe don't make sense, but you really feel them.
Yes,
trying
yeah,
to go with.
you know, I feel like this entire album kind of does that. It just hits. It just like makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, even in the like moments of just pure incoherent like psychedelia songs and lyrics, they probably wrote on like 15 tabs of LSD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They really just knew a way to, to grab you with it, touch you, and it's
they
just
captured the mundaneness of like everyday life.
yeah, and these emotions and your
Mm.
especially along
Yeah, and
well,
that's what psychedelia at its best should be. It's kind of hard to pick apart on the surface, but you know what they're going
you
for
feel it,
when it's
you
done right.
feel it.
Yeah.
That's where
Brooke says you guys should get Mercer on more often. He works well with the flow of the cast.
honestly I agree.
I agree.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
My only problem is that I'm a noob when it comes to any form of art, and I barely heard any of the essentials of anything. But I try.
Yeah, I mean you're still doing great, man.
Absolutely.
Thank you, thank you. I'm
And
having a lot
crazy,
of
we're
fun.
album so peak. We're covering it song by song. Good Day Sunshine. I do kind of no. I'm not gonna like speed it up. But for this one, I don't have. It's a fun track. It's a fun track.
It's yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah, no, it's fun.
yeah.
I do
I
get
really appreciate what they're going for here. But like it's definitely not like a standout. But that's not saying much when you're talking about an
Yeah,
album.
but it's very
This
like
iconic.
yeah. Good day, sunshine. It's just fun.
it's
You
a
know?
fun track. It captures. It's in a similar vein of Yellow Submarine for me. Just a little more serious.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
but
definitely a
most
better
Still
song
got
in my
that whim.
opinion.
It's got the whimsy. It's got the whimsy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't want to say a lot about this one, but good song. Very
It is
good
very good.
song.
speaking
Andrew
of
Bird can
good
sing.
guitar, and your bird can sing.
Mmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so good.
Also just spectacular.
This was one of my favorite ones. When I first heard this album, this one just like really hit for me.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun.
Still like one of my favorites here, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then it's Joy's favorite, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
this is my all-time favorite Beatles song, and it
I
has
totally get
been
why.
for years. Yeah, this one just
For
like
no one.
yeah, this one just like reading the story behind it and everything, but like yeah, just like yeah, this song just hits, man. Like for anyone who's been through like a breakup or whatever, like this really just
Yeah.
hits.
I mean
So
that
the
chorus is
story
just
is that Paul he was on a ski trip with his family, and it ended in an argument, and then he kind of like and like after that argument he wrote this song, saying that it's a love that should have lasted years,
yeah.
but
That
that like ended
in
before it could
general,
really
that
bloom.
the chorus is just insanity.
Yeah.
It really is.
What a fucking lyric, man.
And in her eyes, you see nothing.
It is so good.
Yeah.
This was my like since I first heard this song, this has been like my Beatles song. And
Yeah, and
it
then
is one of my favorite songs of all time.
the chorus is the verses themselves just strengthen that feeling of like missing and longing.
Yeah.
Incredible song. My second favorite on here, I think.
This is probably my
Love it.
third favorite, just because she said is like means a tad more to me. And actually, I would have to thank you, Joy, because I remember when you first said this was your favorite Beatles song.
Yeah.
This is like one of the songs on this album that I did not at all remember what it sounded like, so that encouraged me to really
Oh,
listen to it.
okay. Hell yeah.
And this quickly became one of my favorites, and it's one of the
That's
ones I enjoy
awesome.
singing the most as well. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Yeah.
Perfect song.
The 12th track on this very perfect album. I Want to Tell You, of course. Oh god.
Yeah.
Nope. Dr.
Uh,
Robert comes first, I'm pretty sure.
I know, that's
Yeah,
the 12th.
this is yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I'm still a rookie on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Look,
Yeah.
I have my I really like Revolver just as much as the next guy, but these
Yeah.
next two, if not three songs, to be honest,
No,
kind of suck.
no. I will not take
I
Got
don't
to Get
agree
You
with
Into My
that.
Life
It's just
slander. I will not take
it is
Got to Get You Into My Life slander.
it is
I'll we'll-
just
I'll talk about that more in a
it's
second. But yeah,
just
Okay.
Dr.
it's
Robert does not.
just Dr. Robert. Dr. Robert is
Yeah, it's
the worst
yeah.
song
I
on
agree.
this album. Maybe my least favorite song on any album
It's
have
like
I love
Revolver
like this.
used to be like a 10 on 10 for me. But then whenever I go back to it and I hear Dr. Robert, I'm like, is this really a 10? And I'm not sure if I can give it that rating. But like because like yeah, I don't know. This track just does nothing for me. Um
Yeah. Doesn't have the
And
fun
you want me?
of not the fun of Good Day Sunshine or Yellow Submarine nor the creativeness of the other tracks.
You know what the worst
yeah.
part is? This is one of my most painful confessions. When I first listened to this album in August of 2023, I'm pretty sure this is in my top 3 favorite tracks on the album.
What?
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
But I definitely don't think that anymore.
Yeah.
It's not at all a highlight. It's very weak.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about I Want to Tell You. I do not have any emotions at all towards this song.
I think
Look,
it's
I
a good
like I
song.
Want to Tell You. I think it's
Yeah,
great.
I think it's a good song.
It's got like a similar whimsy. It's not like it's kind of in a
I
weird middle
want to
zone.
tell you.
But it's a very catchy and happy song, and
Yeah, absolutely.
again it's more in the vein of Yellow Submarine and Good Day Sunshine.
Absolutely, yeah. Dr. Roberts
I think
is
having
just sticks out like a sore thumb. It really
because
does.
it doesn't have what those makes the fun tracks
Yeah,
fun, nor what the
exactly.
makes tracks experimental. I think if it was cut, this would be maybe like the GOAT album, honestly. Still,
Yeah, if not for Dr. Robert and a bit less so, but also Yellow Submarine for me, then I think this would be my favorite Beatles album. Uh,
yeah,
but it does cut a little short because um, of Dr. Robert for me. Yeah, it just isn't a very good song. um, but it's fine. I mean, it is so close to perfect otherwise.
There's
yeah.
worse like most bad songs on an album to have, but like when you're
Yeah,
talking about like
absolutely. Yeah.
album
Yeah,
this
when I think
diverse and classic, it really sinks.
if you're
It sinks up to an extent.
if you ask me about like my top 100 favorite albums, and you ask me like what's the worst song on any of those,
Mm.
most likely my answer
Oh,
would be Dr. Robert. That's the first one I think
interesting.
of.
Interesting.
I might be wrong here. Maybe I'm
Mm.
forgetting like I'm not including like joke tracks, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna include stupid intros and shit that like are obviously worse, but like Dr. Robert just isn't it. But when we're talking about Got to Get I Want to Tell You, which is a good song and I like it and it's
It
fun.
is good. It is good. It is by
I
no
don't hate it
means
for the
one of the
record.
best songs, but
Yeah,
it
I
is a
think
good
my problem
song.
is just I think my problem with it is just like I said by this point, my like one of my biggest, if not my biggest, pro for this album is how diverse it is, and I feel like we're starting to tread similar ground by the time we get to I Want to Tell You, but it's not a bad
Yeah,
song by any means.
I can sort of see why, but at the same time, the songs aren't too long and you know it's not
Yeah,
like too
not
crazy crime. They can repeat some stuff. If they had maybe sequenced the album a little differently, maybe that wouldn't be less noticeable. But I think in terms
yeah.
of the songs, there's nothing to be changed, honestly, except for removing Dr. Robert. Got to Get You Into My Life, I do really like. Maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah.
my favorite, but
I agree. I agree. I think this is a really good song. I don't know what the fuck Mercer is on about. I think this is a really
I'm
good song.
sorry. I'm sorry. This song annoys the hell out of me.
Why?
it is maybe
Well,
my.
okay, I like the chorus, I will say, but it takes
Yeah,
so
the
long
chorus
to
is
get
fucking
there, and the
amazing.
lyrics Yeah, but it takes so long to get there that the lyrics in between aren't really strong enough to hold my attention, so I kind of zone out every time I listen to this.
Dude,
I
it
think
is
I
my
think I think
second
honestly
least favorite.
I would go as far as to say I think this chorus is one of the best on the entire track list.
That's fair though, because like it's very euphoric when you do get
I've
there.
got to get you into my life. Da-da-da. Oh, it's so good.
I like it. It's a
Yeah.
fun song, but it is probably my second least favorite. The
What?
step between
What? That's crazy work. To put
yeah, it just
this song
it
below
sort of
Yellow
blends into
Submarine.
the
That's
rest of.
crazy work, bro. That's crazy work.
I don't know. Yellow Submarine stands out more. I think it kind of gets more.
I agree.
Sometimes I get it, and I want to tell you confused. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have to like remember, but I do kind of like. But then I go like, oh yeah, got to get you into life is that song. But still, okay. Can we talk about Tomorrow Never Knows now? Can we talk about Tomorrow
Yes!
Never Knows?
Yes! Let's go!
I love
Fucking
this
amazing
Fucking
song.
song.
It's fucking amazing.
holy
Oh my!
mother of fucking Christ!
By far my favorite song in this album.
1966.
Really? Ooh.
1966. How do you make something
Yeah, I
like this?
know.
This is my favorite Beatles song. Permanently.
Oh!
This
Whoa,
is
whoa.
insanity. How do you even come up with something like this? This is like every time I listen to it, it's like fucking being transported into another fucking universe. You're being shot through the
Absolutely.
fucking air. Those
Yeah.
fucking the tape loops, the fucking seagulls flying in,
Yeah. It is
and then the
fucking insane.
vocal effects
Like,
putting on a relaxation. I love it. Oh, it's like
yeah, I already talked
I've
about
never
my
done like
favorite track, like what my favorite is, but I think if we're going like objectively, I think this is the strongest cut on the album.
it's
Just
I
from
remember
like a
someone
musical
described
standpoint.
this song. This song is just a tribute to art and creation, and I could not agree
Yes,
anymore. It's just
absolutely.
everything. A little.
never done LSD, but the first time I do it, if I ever do it, this is the song I'm putting
It's
on.
essential.
Yes,
I need to.
yes. Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
so good.
It's how do you even? I mean, it's
Talking about this album, like,
this is this is a song from the most famous
mm,
band ever made. This wouldn't
yeah,
sound out of place in like a This Heat album. This wouldn't sound out
I
of
know,
place in
right?
some obscure 1980s experimental post-punk record.
I just,
And they were doing this in 1966.
yeah,
How?
bro.
yeah. They are
My
the
God.
goats, man. I'm sorry.
This shit is so fucking good. That's the whole track
Um,
list, I think.
yeah,
Yeah, it is. Yeah, look. Dr. Robert, it is a skip for me, but
Dr. Dr. Robert is a skip, but it
it
doesn't stop the
is.
fact that every other song this is
I agree.
perfectly
Every other
like
song
oh
is
yeah.
either perfect or as close to perfect as you can get. I think this is an S tier.
Also, a little nitpick. Well, not actually nitpick. It's like one of the things that's most discussed. The penning. Something I noticed listening to it this time.
Mm.
The penning can at times be kind of shoddy. Uh,
yeah.
but honestly, it's not that bad. I was listening to this in the train. I was like, what the fuck? I was listening to Taxman in the train, and it's like, it's completely separate. Then I listened to it at home, and there's no like train noises, and it sounds fine. It's
Yeah,
really like, so it's kind of impossible for me to listen to this in public. But like on your own, it's still it's like fucking
absolutely.
perfect.
You
S
know,
tier,
I
This is an S
posted
tier. I think this is an S tier.
S tier
I
all the
posted
way.
Tomorrow Never
One of the
Knows on my Instagram note one time, and like my best friend in real life, like talked to me the next day. He's like, "Oh yeah, what's that song that you put on your?" No, and I'm like, "No, that's Tomorrow Never Knows." He goes, "Yeah, that's like might be the worst song I've ever heard in my life." And I'm like,
Wait,
"Are you
what?
serious right now?" Yeah, he said it's like one of his least favorite songs he's ever heard. He described
That's
it as
crazy.
weird and quote culminates to nothing is what is was the exact
Culminates to
quote.
this is
nothing.
nuts. This is nuts. This
Yeah.
is like pure. This is like pure art and sound, man. This is like
Mhm.
everything you could aspire to create in your life. This entire
Yeah, I
album
will.
could just be Tomorrow Never Knows, and it would probably still be like deserving of its title as one of the greatest albums ever made. S tier
Yeah,
all the way.
I
Yes,
will say,
hundred
on
percent.
on a personal level, considering there's a string of 3 songs that I tend to skip, and
Mm.
there are Beatles albums I enjoy more. This would probably be closer to like a mid or low A tier for me, but I will not object
Yeah.
at all to anyone saying
Okay.
it's their best.
I
Fire.
mean, you're not a
That's
main
the
member, so our opinions
yeah.
count more. I think they should be S.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no
This
good.
this is the second ever S tier album in history in this podcast.
So we now got Symbolic by Def and Revolver by the Beatles. I don't know if
Fire.
Brooke's still there, but she can easily say it
Yeah.
right now.
She is, yeah.
Well,
Fire.
next up is the first Beatles album I ever heard, personally,
Mm-hmm.
Sgt. Pepper.
So it was Singing for Me, I think, if I remember correctly. It is Sgt. Pepper. Another one of those
Yeah, this
greatest
album was
albums ever made.
huge when it
How
released.
the hell do you talk about this?
Yeah, this album, like I don't think, like even I don't understand because I wasn't there to witness the release of this album. But this album was like insanely big when it dropped. Like this was oof. This is a giant.
Yeah. It's it's
And
not
this also this used to be my favorite Beatles album.
Same here.
yeah, for a
I
long
know.
time it was.
It was for a very long time my favorite one. It might still like hold like it still holds a very special place in my heart. But yeah,
I will say, I have a lot to say about this one because this in terms
my
of
cat
like,
is
albums
here.
that
Hello.
Hi. In terms of albums that mean a lot to me, this might be top 3 because this was
Yeah.
so formative in shaping my
I
palates
agree.
and-
Yeah, this wasn't the first one I heard, but I actually think Revolver was. I think so. But yeah, this one was the first that really like, just like, connected with me on like a deeper level. This was one of the albums that like truly like got me into music and like
Absolutely.
was like like showcased what music can be, as an art form. So this album does mean a lot to me. I think it's a fantastic piece of art.
Yeah, I mean, this is like just like if you want to introduce someone to the concept just listening to albums as a whole, I honestly would not
Yeah.
put it past anyone to say this is the
Yeah.
single best intro because it's a
I mean, this-
concept, but it's a loose concept. It's not that.
It's
like,
literally
hard
just
to
like
follow.
we're a band. We're a different
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
We're a different band.
We're a different
Fucking
band.
hilarious as a concept.
And this takes the diversity that they have on Revolver and like ups it to like a fucking way more. This is like every single song sticks out in its own way, and I could not love it anymore for it.
For me, my take on this is it wasn't my first Beatles album I heard in full, and I did think for a while it was like my favorite of theirs, 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
you know?
I remember
But
when we like both of us had this as like our favorite Beatles albums. I remember that.
yeah, but it kind of
Yep.
fell off for me, and I still kind of.
That's cringe.
Don't get me wrong. Especially the first 3 tracks are just like amazing. I love With a Little Help from My Friends. That's my favorite.
It's
share.
so good. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like With a Little Help from My Friends more than A Day in the Life.
That's
I'm just
crazy.
gonna say that.
That's crazy.
I mean,
That's
honestly, I'm not
crazy.
mad at it because I really love What the Hell Will Help from My Friends, but I couldn't say that.
Yeah, no,
I think the
I
middle-
disagree.
I'm not crazy about the middle. I think it picks up again at When I'm 64. But I think there's a little stretch in the middle that like not as interesting. So I never really
yeah.
re-listened to this one.
I think She's
Only-
Leaving Home is one of my favorite tracks.
I
Yeah.
completely agree. It's a beautiful song. The only
is so
song on
good.
here I don't like particularly love listening to is Mr. Kite, and even then I don't like. I think it's fine. Just like
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
compared to- compared to the rest. Yeah, I mean, I have such a soft spot for the song, like I said, because it helped me out. But honestly, I really do think consistently it holds up. I know, like a lot of people argue it's less consistent than like some of their other works. So I disagree. Like I said, outside of Mr. Kite, I generally think this is a consistently great album from start to finish. It does
I
have its
agree.
highlights. Like A Day in the Life is clearly one of, if not the best song on here by a country mile. But like everything else is, it's not like it varies much in quality. Now I'll go ahead and say this now. Actually, yapping. Within
I
You,
do
Without
get
You is my second favorite Beatles song of all time.
Wait, which one? With you, within you, without you?
Within You, Without You. Yep,
Fire.
Harrison's
Yeah.
second Indian no, third, I think. Yeah, it's one of the most important songs of their entire catalog to me. Just really helped me be at peace with myself in a lot of ways, and I know he would expand that to his solo career.
I do get why it's so beloved, because it's like it really does touch on again what I said about Yesterday and For No One. Eleanor Rigby, actually. Just like this song where most of the lyrics are just like a day in the life, ha ha ha, and then just kind of getting back to like I love you. It does hit really hard at times. Everything can be dire, but there is something that's kind of beautiful.
It's yeah. I mean, I can't describe just in general how much beautiful this entire
It may not
experience is.
be my
Yeah.
favorite, but I do really, really like this one. I think it's a great album.
Also, I gotta say
Yeah.
the opener, aka the title track, it's
Yeah.
like it might be one of my favorite albums of all time. It gets me in such an energetic mood.
It is.
Yeah,
It
it's
is
a
so
really
good.
good. It's a funnest track. It's a funnest
Yeah.
track. It's such a. It's both like it's both a really good like introductory opener, but it's just like a good song. It's a good standalone song.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I just love the concept of this album. It is absolutely one of the best concept albums of all time. I think it still is to this day. It's just
I
like
think
it's yeah.
I think the fact that the rest of the album is basically like conceived as that concept, and that a day in the life is like absolutely considered like an exception,
mm-hmm.
is like what makes that song actually hit very well, as hard as well. Like that's, I don't know,
Absolutely.
special in a way.
Yeah,
Like a
it feels like a
reprise
wake up
of the
call
band.
in like every sense of the word.
Oh,
It feels like
and
yeah,
and
sorry.
instrumentally, there's so much diversity here.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not
Oh,
one.
100%, yeah.
It's a,
A lot more baroque, a lot more. Yeah,
you get
I
But
think.
yeah, no,
Baroque.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record and a basic bitch, but I don't care. I absolutely think "A Day in the Life" is one of their best songs, if not
It
their
is.
For me, it isn't.
like their best. But
For me, it
it is
isn't. But
fucking incredible.
at times it does really hit hard. It
Yeah,
doesn't hit like consistently, but when it is there, it
it
is
is
there.
it is so well written. It's actually crazy. It's
Indeed.
it is everything.
Personally, high B, I say. Yeah, high
I
B. It doesn't really
I
touch
think
A
it's an
tier
S
for me.
tier. I think it's an S tier.
I think there are.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm in the middle. It's a very high A for me. I like this more than Revolver.
I'd say
Okay.
mid
I
A
enjoy it.
then. I'd say mid A then. I'm
Yeah,
fine with that. I can
we're
understand.
putting it above Rubber Soul.
I'm fully. Yeah, I'd say I agree with that
Yeah.
actually.
Mhm.
Fire.
This is definitely not my favorite anymore. There's a few that I enjoy more, but I still contend that I enjoy listening to it more than Revolver personally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I think
Oh.
sorry, sorry. For
No,
me,
no,
for me,
go
I
on,
think
go on.
I think Sgt. Pepper's is like on the very same tier as Revolver. I feel like they both have their low lights, but I think
Yeah.
they're like absolutely some of their best projects to date. I think they're both near masterpieces. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I totally agree. Yeah. Magical
Mystery
Tour.
Tour. Hell yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, he says. This is the second best, my friend.
Oh yeah, no, I
This is their
wasn't
second.
saying it.
I
I was
about
not
to
trying
say.
to imply that I didn't think it was weak. I just
Yeah,
think it's just a big album.
I think it's a fantastic album.
Yeah, I mean, album. Chat, are we gonna pull up that discussion? Is this an album or not?
I mean,
I mean, I haven't seen the movie, so like for
I
me
mean, if
this
you're
was
gonna consider A Hard Day's Night an
yeah.
album, you might as well consider this an album.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
because
joking,
like
of course. No, well, it's
yeah.
just 2 EPs, you know.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's
exactly.
why it's because it's considered technically 2 EPs that were released, but that was in America, I think. In America, there's 2 EPs,
Yeah,
but in
this is like the non. I'm pretty sure Magical Mystery Tour is the one that's not the UK album. Then Yellow Submarine is the UK album. But we don't include those because who
yeah,
cares about Yellow Submarine?
yeah, half of that is just like George Martin. But yeah,
yeah.
this
Um,
album is almost kind of a spiritual, like, well, not a spiritual, just like kind of a companion piece to Sergeant Pepper. It's very much got that similar sound, but honestly, I think the songwriting here is better. I think it lacks the concept, of course,
Yeah.
and like maybe something that's like well, actually no, it doesn't. I was gonna say it lacks that real big standout like A Day in the Life. Thing is, Magical Mystery Tour's got 2. It's got Strawberry Fields Forever and it's got Penny Lane. Come on, it's unbeatable.
I'll
Those 2 tracks
True.
are
for No One's Joy's favorite, and Tomorrow Never Knows is Julian's favorite. Strawberry Fields is my favorite Beatles song by a country mile, to be honest.
Yep, I totally understand why it is one of my favorite.
Yeah.
It's
There's
also
yeah.
spectacular.
I mean, I
Although
think it was actually the first one I heard. Is the funny thing.
Strawberry Fields.
Yeah, I think so. I remember
Yeah.
hearing it very early in my childhood.
again, this one just blew my mind hearing these the sound they were. It's almost like more advanced even than Revolver. And
Yeah,
like
most certainly.
the maybe the Revolver's more exciting songwriting, but this is like a close contender. Even I'm the Walrus. I used to hate I'm the Walrus, but like looking back,
Wait,
it's
really?
great.
How? Yeah. Yeah, it is
I
a
thought it
great
was
song.
nonsense. I thought it was nonsense, but it's great.
Yeah, it is. It's just such a fun album. It is
And then
like to me it feels like it kind of lives in its own bubble. It's just like it feels like such a detour from like their last 2 albums to me. Like yes, it kind of got that same vibe as Sgt. Pepper's, but like yeah, I don't know, it just feels like this entirely different thing, but I love it for that reason. Um
Yeah, it's
yeah,
cathartic because it's the send off to the psychedelic era because this
yeah.
is their last psychedelic that they did.
yeah.
And they have psych tracks on like some of their ones after this, but they're not. None of them are like full on psych albums like Revolver, Sergeant Pepper, and Magical Mystery Tour.
I'm also gonna pull out a hot take. I love flying. I think flying is great.
I
Yeah, I
enjoy the hell
agree.
out
I
of Flying.
agree.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Jay.
I don't love flying. Maybe that's exaggerating, but it is a great track. Good song. I like it a lot. It's
It
a
is
great
Um,
instrumental.
yeah,
The movie
This
especially
has
is kind of funny.
this has one of, if not their strongest second half of any of their albums. It's insane
Yeah,
how good it is.
they were
I'm a
on fire recording those second half songs, man.
it's insane. Like we talked about, I'm the Walrus, Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane. I really, really like Baby You're a Rich Man. I think that one is
yes.
very underrated.
All
Yes,
you need
it's
is
so
love.
underrated.
Classic.
All you need
Yep,
is
Baby You're a
it's
Rich
yeah,
Man, great. All
it's
you need is love.
good.
Classic.
All you need is love is
However,
good. I don't think love that song as much as most people do.
I don't know if I love it as a song on its own, but I think as an album closer, it's really effective.
yeah, I
Yeah.
remember one time I was just like, there was a short period where I would basically just every day, maybe like 2 or 3 times, I'd listen to the second half of this album because I just loved it that much. But my, but actually, besides Strawberry Fields Forever and Penny Lane, my favorite song on this is not on the B side. It is on the A side, Blue Jay Way. I love Blue Jay
Oh,
Way.
interesting.
I like it for sure. I wouldn't say it's one of my like personal
No.
favorites on here, but I totally get why.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
it's amazing.
It is good.
Such a,
It is good.
I
like
only
a
have
weird,
one.
such a haunting atmosphere to it. It's like a,
I only have one hot take about this album.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but I don't particularly love the title track. It kind of I don't revisit it that much.
I've kind
But
of, I've
it's like,
kind of, I've kind of grown out of that one. Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah,
still pretty
yeah.
good, but it's not
it's
like a
it's
strong
good, but
standalone opener.
yeah, it's not one I
Exactly.
would go back to unless I'm re-listening to the entire album. You know.
Yeah. In general, the movie, it's my second favorite Beatles movie. It's
I
Hmm.
like
need to watch it.
Yeah,
it's like
I really want
super
to watch it.
psychedelic, man. Like they were just, it's fucking insanity. It's like Help, but less disjointed and feeling more natural because it's just that weird and it fits that vibe very well. It's also
Oh,
like a
also,
bluesy
have we talked
55
about?
minutes.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, go on. I'm done
Have
talking
we
about it.
have we talked about Hello Goodbye? I actually think that's a really good song as well.
Oh no, we
Uh,
haven't. Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I
a really
can't
good song.
kind of come up with what happens in Hello Goodbye, honestly. Oh wait, yeah. Hello Goodbye. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
wait.
yeah, exactly.
I had to think real quick. It's
When
like
I
it's
say
kind. I
hello,
guess it is
you say
kind. It is
goodbye.
maybe a little bit forgettable, but like, yeah, it's a good ass song. I like that one a lot. Very fun song. In general, like this is like really balls to the walls, like pop music,
Yeah,
perfection
it's really
for the
good.
most
It
part.
is so good, bro.
It
It's
is very.
insane to
I've
think.
multiple times I've considered just saying, okay, this is a 10 out of 10. It never quite gets there, but like still, so
It
good,
used to be
so
for
good.
me, but like since then I've been kind of like a bit more like critical of music as of late. But like way back then when I had my like when I listened through the Beatles discography, I had like 5 albums of theirs as a 10 out of 10. But I'm not quite there anymore. But yeah,
Yeah.
this is still very
Yeah.
much in the upper echelon of Beatles albums for me. Um,
Yep.
I think it's
It's my
fantastic. It's
second
a
again.
high A for sure.
It's my second favorite. It's my second favorite of theirs.
Yeah,
It's insane to think that they released Revolver, Sergeant Pepper, and Magical Miss Torrent in a 15-month span. It's
it
insane
is
how good
absolutely
movies
That's
are.
insane.
just they really were just like they were them, man. They were them in that
Yeah,
period.
absolutely. Fucking generational run, man. It's absolutely crazy. I don't think we'll ever see a band like this again.
Indeed.
Yep.
So,
Spectacular.
where are we putting
For
this?
me, high A. I say high A for me.
I agree.
Yeah, it'd be like mid A for me because I like it more than Revolver. Probably
Are
not quite
we
as much
are
as
we are
Sergeant
we
Pepper.
putting it above Sgt. Pepper's?
I wouldn't
Both
personally.
Sergeant Peppers. No, I would not put this above Sergeant Peppers.
Cool. It's in
Actually, no,
between.
no, I
It's
would no.
so
I'm wrong. I'm lying. I'm lying. What am I saying? What am I saying? Sorry, I kind of got carried away by something. Yeah, definitely better. Definitely better.
Oh, that was funny.
But yeah, me and
Yeah.
Mercer thinks otherwise. So fuck you, monkey.
Uh,
Yeah.
shit. I'll
It's in
accept
between
it.
Sgt.
True
Pepper's
legend.
and Rubber Soul.
We don't. We don't need to put two. We don't need to pit two bad bitches against each other. Yeah.
Uh,
The White
Oh
Album.
man.
The
Okay,
big.
oh my gosh.
so, Julian, you listened to this for the first time today.
Yes, actually, I did.
That's crazy.
Oh
That's
wow.
crazy. Yeah, I know. I was also
It's
shocked.
a difficult one to parse. It's the one I hadn't heard yet because well, it's kind of long. But that's of course like, and that's kind of the weird thing with this album, because that's probably because it's probably the most notable thing about it. You know,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
it is pretty much the first like double album ever. Probably not, but like
No,
it is the
Blonde on Blonde came out before this.
Blonde on Blonde came out before this one.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Wow. Oh, okay.
Like 2 years prior. Yeah.
I was gonna like make a point about how it's like one of the big like introductions to this from double albums to the mainstream, but I guess Dylan did it first. Though you could still make
Yep.
argument, but still, you know.
as with everything, that guy had to be the first to do everything. Apparently.
Yeah, dude was him. He was him, and
So
the Beatles were them.
yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah,
man.
and Electric Ladyland also might have come out first. It came out the same year.
Oh, true. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
That was just like, I guess, but yeah.
But yeah, this album, I just have to say that I have had I've had kind of like a weird relationship with this album because like when I first heard this, I thought for sure, like I had the opinion that there was so much bloat on this album, and I was like, this is my most like to me this was the most overrated Beatles album. Um, and I was like, I don't really fuck with it that much. I like a couple of the songs, but then I re-listened to it this week, and I couldn't be more wrong. I think this album fucking rocks, man. This album is fantastic.
Yeah.
This
It's
is my second favorite Beatles album. I adore
this
this
is
thing.
my third. I think after hearing it, it's my third. It's a weird album because yes, there is bloat. There is it is maybe a bit overlong, but at the same time, that's what gives it its uniqueness. It feels
Absolutely.
like I brought up like during Diamond Jubilee that it feels like the radio station in someone's head or something. I read that in a
Yeah.
YouTube comment on that album. But
Yeah.
it's like a good point about that album. Very good
Mm.
point. That's why I like to use it as an anagram.
To me, this
But
feels
It's like
this album.
this one also captured that, but in a very like spontaneous way. Like this feels like the weird off thoughts that someone just gets. Very weird daydreams and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, this album also feels very meta in a way. I can't
Yeah,
really
there's a
explain
lot of like,
how, but yeah.
oh, it's actually very easy. There are many lyrics just straight up
Yeah,
referencing
maybe that's it. I
themselves.
haven't like actually looked through the lyrics, but like that's what kind of like caught my it kind of caught my attention that like it feels
The
like
thing with the thing with this album for me is like Abbey Road's the culmination of their career, right? And Let It
yeah.
Be is the send off. This is just like over an hour of pure just creativity on like from the
Yes.
most famous band of all time. And that's
Yeah, this
so
is
endearing to me. This like I think
this,
it's carried by the fact that this is just pure artistic expression. And I
yeah, this is
fucking love
Yes,
like
that.
absolutely.
this is like they went ahead and just said, "Fuck it. What do you want to do? We'll do it. What the fuck are they gonna do? We're the biggest band in the fucking world, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
exactly.
Just go for it."
This feels like you know, like them like at the top of their game, just like having fun and like doing what they're doing best, you know, and just like having
Yeah,
fun with it. And I fucking love it for that.
And
Like this just
and sure,
and it's
you get kind of weird like track mix-ups. Of course, you get like Obladi Oblada, which I really like, and then going into
yeah.
Wild Honey Pie, which is just it's
Yeah.
Wild Honey Pie,
Yeah.
White Honey Pie, and then you get into the continuing story of Bungalow Bill. Sure,
Bill.
fine, and then it drops you right into fucking While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
That's my third
Yes.
favorite Beatles song. Wow, my guitar.
It's
Ugh,
it is
what a
absolutely
song!
my top 5. It is so good.
What a generational song!
Just insane.
I
And
can't
also-
believe you haven't heard that. So Julian, you heard that song for the first time today?
No, I'd heard
Oh,
My
okay,
Guitar
okay,
Gently
okay.
Weeps many times.
Yeah.
Okay.
And similar, of course, I'd heard Blackbird, and yeah,
Yeah.
Blackbird is also spectacular. But there's a lot of
I
like
think
standouts here.
actually,
One
wait,
track. There
wait,
were two
wait,
tracks
wait,
in
wait, hold on,
particular. Yeah.
hold on. Can we talk about
Sorry.
Blackbird?
Yeah, Blackbird. I
Um,
mean,
it's good.
what the
It's
fuck do you
good.
mean
It's alright.
it's good?
It's alright.
it's-
Like,
I don't.
It's
It might not be
Blackbird.
wise for me to talk. It might not be wise for me to talk about Blackbird because I think it's the most overrated song in their entire
You're
discography.
all
I actually
fucked up.
agree. High five, Mercer. Let's go. Let's
How
go.
are you two people real? How are you two people real?
my god!
It's
I
a good
love
song.
Blackbird.
It's a good song, but
good
it
song.
is, but it isn't
it's
like.
McCartney has written so many
Yes.
better lyrics, to be honest. And
Absolutely.
No, these lyrics are
100%.
beautiful, man. It's got that simple touch again, like yesterday, like
Yeah.
for no one, for like
Yeah, but it doesn't hit as hard as
Eleanor
those
Rigby.
tracks, in my opinion. Yeah, it is.
Very.
It is like astronomically worse than Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like one other track that really surprised me, and I knew it was like acclaimed and like super important.
Mhm.
Helter Skelter. What a
I've got
song!
blisters
love
on my
Helter
fingers.
Skelter, bro. Oh, it's
What
so
a
good. I
song!
love it.
It's so good, man.
Some blisters on my
That's my favorite
fingers.
song. That's my favorite
When
song
I get
on the
to
album.
the bottom, I go to the top of the slide.
It's
I just, it
amazing.
gets
I
me
love
so
it.
That's my
good.
favorite
I
song.
mean, sure, there's like weird songs here, but I love the hard rock bluesy groove they got going on so many of these songs. But also like
It's
the
insane.
folky pop music they got. It's super like diverse in what they're doing, and they're pulling out so many weird ideas. But at its core, it's what gives the album its charm, and I think it
Exactly.
is really successful at doing
100%.
something.
It's insane how well this turned out. Like, if you know anything about the behind the scenes around this time, because they were,
I mean,
it
this
was,
was
it was so
I've
contentious.
got blisters
Like,
on my
they were,
finger.
this was like
so
the
many of
point where
this,
they
yeah,
started
so
like
many of these
basically
songs don't
hating
even
each
have the
other, right?
band members. Yeah, exactly. Like, so many of these songs don't even have some of the band members like in them at all. Some of
Yeah.
them were like leaving the band temporarily. They were on bad terms, and it's just insane how well it turned out. Apparently, the opening, like that opening piano on Obla Di Obla Da was done by John when he was like stoned out of his mind, and then he just like left the studio and all recorded the rest of the song.
That's amazing. But yeah, this one to me, like it is like Magical Mystery Tour is up there as well. But I would. Oh fuck! Why am I stuttering so hard right now? Oh, I would go as far as to say that this is the most fun Beatles album.
I agree.
But
And I don't think it drags at all. Like, I don't feel
Yeah.
its length when I listen to it.
I feel like
Yeah,
we
I
gotta
agree.
talk about the elephant in the room for a second, of course. That
Oh
song,
boy. Number
Revolution
9.
9. How do we
Number
feel?
9.
Number
Number
9.
9. Number 9.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
let you say it.
Look.
It's one of my top 3
It's
favorite songs
fucking
on the album.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
love
Let's
Revolution
go.
9.
Let's go, dude. It's so good. It feels like a fucking fever dream. I fucking love it. I was
so
actually
good.
so I was actually listening to this album while out for a walk. So I was like in public listening to Revolution 9 and it fucking hits
Oh my God.
like no other song.
That's so big.
It was so good.
It sounds
It was
like
so
going
good.
insane.
Yes.
It sounds like going insane.
I fucking
If I
love
hear
it.
someone blasting Revolution 9 in public, we're getting married on the spot. That's a personal culture.
So
right there.
true, so true. Man, it's so
What a
good.
great, like, I just enjoyed so much.
Yeah, so like
Imagine if
this
they
to
just
me
ended it on that.
so like this
There's
album
more
and
of
you know I feel like it makes sense for this album, but like this album had like the biggest glow up for me like out of every album in their discography, because again I wasn't in love with this like when I first heard it like many years ago, and I just never really went back to it aside from a few tracks, but like listening to it again, I fucking love this. Like I can't believe I used to not fuck with this. It's so good.
Yeah.
Spectacular stuff. Amazing.
Exactly.
Me-
Oh, and I have to shout out the opener, Back in the USSR. One of the best openers
Back
they
in
ever
the
did.
Yes.
USSR. I love the
So good.
guitar. It's one of my. It's a top 5 for me. The top 5 here is While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Helter Skelter, um, Revolution 9, Back in the USSR, Blackbird.
Blackbird is not a top 5, bro.
It is definitely.
I actually think I have the exact same top 5 except for Blackbird. I think I would replace it with
The only acceptable
not
change
sure.
is I'm So Tired, personally. I think that's like. Or no, of course, the best song here. Why Don't We Do It in the Road?
Oh my god. I think I'd replace it with Dear Prudence. I really love that song. That's one of my favorite John ever did.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying.
Maybe Happiness is a Warm Gun.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forget how many good songs are on this album, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just insane.
Yeah, I think
Julia's also
that one
great.
makes my top 5.
Julia, yeah, Julia's great too. I freaking love.
Man, I got.
It's so good.
I will say, like, there's like the 3 infamous tracks in here, right? Revolution 9, we already established we love. Then there's the Honey Pies. I think I I don't like honey pie. I agree with everyone there, but wild honey
Yeah.
pie, I kind of dig. Like it's really short. I kind of dig it. But I
I
agree.
like
Honey
I
pie.
like honey pie. I like honey pie. I don't like wild honey pie, but I like honey pie.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, like there are
The
like
worst.
there's like bad spots on this. Well, not even bad, but like there's weaker spots in this album. But honestly, I'll take
Yes.
an album that's like pure just artistic expression. That's like maybe a little clunky over like one that's more consistent, but like is clearly not made from the
Yeah.
heart. I'll take this
Yeah.
over that any day.
Honestly,
Yes,
I want to
certainly.
slap this in S tier, bro. I want to slap this in S tier. I don't
I
care.
want to slap it in. I'm no. I don't. I think it's high A. I think it's high A though.
I
Oh,
want to put
shit.
in S tier so bad.
Sorry.
Like,
Maybe someday, but like.
I don't
Also-
know because like here's
like
my
maybe it's
problem is when
my
I do
like
these
bias
rankings-
because like yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna say it's hard for me
Mm.
because when I do these tier rankings on my own, I only give S tiers to like my like 5 out of 5s, 10 out of 10s, and I try to be very nitpicky with those.
Mm.
But like when I'm on a podcast, like doing like more so just like we're judging what's the best, I feel more obligated to kind of like be a bit more liberal with my rankings. And if I'm doing that, White Album is like one of my highest 9s, so I would probably go S tier as well.
Yeah, because like,
Fine,
maybe it's
fine,
my
fine.
Okay. Yeah,
Fine,
we're
throw-
doing it.
we'll throw
Yeah!
the White Album in S tier. Fuck it. Two Beatles.
I'm
S
not,
tier.
bro.
One
Yeah, because
thing,
like if
I
you if you would have asked me like a month ago, I would not have put this in S tier. But
Oh my
I
God.
had a fucking spiritual experience listening to Revolution 9 in public,
Real.
man. I had that fucking
Real.
man, S tier. Fuck it.
block that
Oh,
kick.
Lord.
Block that kick. The noise
So
section
good.
is so crazy.
It
Also,
really is.
I want to say I got like news page open next to me because like I like to check track title, track listing and stuff, and like maybe find like a funny fact or something.
Mhm.
Or like quote a lyric and stuff. I apparently directly from the Genius page, McCartney was inspired to write this song after witnessing two monkeys having sex in the middle of the road in India. He described it as a liberating sight. What the fuck?
That's amazing.
You can probably guess what song this is about. Why don't we do it in the road?
Oh,
Nobody
man.
watching us.
Oh.
God, funny ass song.
Oh my lord.
Also, like another underrated one, and then we can go on to Abbey Road. But I think no, everyone's got something to hide is underrated. I think
agree.
that song slaps.
Mhm.
That song slaps. Yeah, Abbey
Honestly,
Road.
The
I
third
feel
S
like we're
tier.
entire essay on the White Album. Yeah, Abbey Road. Oh boy.
Look,
I mean,
look.
I mean,
Abbey
what
Road.
is there
Look.
to say left to say
Yeah,
about fucking
look,
Abbey
man.
Road? That's the one
I
thing.
think.
I mean,
Look. I think. Look.
I mean,
I don't know.
the
Like at this point, I don't even know what my favorite Beatles album is. But I will say, I think this is their magnum opus. Like,
yeah.
I
I mean,
I think this
the
is their
thing
best
that the
work
Beatles
today.
It's what the Beatles will always be remembered for. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a good argument to be made that besides like the Mona Lisa, that image of them walking across that
Yeah.
sidewalk is maybe like the most famous
Yeah.
picture ever taken.
Exactly.
Like, it very well may be the most iconic image of like.
Yeah,
and that's like,
I have like a metal poster of that image in
and that's like
in my apartment.
That's like really what makes it this insane send off. It's the end of an era. I mean, it literally ends
really
with
is.
the end. It's a send off to what's the most famous band in history. Like some of the most famous people in history, arguably.
You can tell through every like every single fiber of this album screams like finale. Like this feels like the culmination of everything they
Yeah,
worked
every
towards. Like,
song like it's contributing something that's like
Yes.
a culmination of
Yeah.
what made their career. Yeah.
yes, absolutely.
This isn't like a favorite of mine, but it is I really do like, especially the first half, and it is filled with just insanely, beautiful songs. My favorite, I Want You, She's So Heavy. That's like
I agree.
my second
I agree.
favorite.
I agree. It's my favorite
I
song.
That's my
also agree.
Fuck yeah.
Well, it depends. All depends, because if we can count the medley as one song, then I would say
Yes.
medley. But if we
I,
can't,
I,
then
I
would
agree
say
100%. I agree
Of course,
100%.
my
But if
favorite song
we're
here.
doing like just off of the first like half, like prior to the medley, then yeah, I Want You, She's So Heavy is absolutely the best one.
My favorite song here is actually Her Majesty, of course.
so true, so true.
Majesty's a pretty nice girl, but she doesn't have a lot to say.
I mean, like,
Pretty coded.
it's
I mean,
kind of
it's
hard to overstate the quality of the culminating statement of the most influential and arguably greatest band of all time. Like, that's just such a magnum, like, oh, that's just like such a gigantic thing to say, and yet they managed to deliver because they're the fucking Beatles. It's insane.
I'm not gonna pretend like I do like the medley, but it's not like one of my favorite things. But the
I
single
think
tracks are just like iconic,
Yeah.
iconic. How do you even do it? I love
I would
Octopus's
argue the
Garden as
medley.
well.
I would argue the medley is like the best part on the entire thing. Like I would argue it's even stronger than the first half.
I would argue the
Personally,
medley is the single best thing the Beatles ever did. Quite
I
honestly.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think it's fucking
Yeah.
insane.
I also love the end, of course, like the final song they ever
so good.
recorded.
Yes,
It's beautiful. Like
it is.
it's a send off, And here comes the
I
sun.
know I know it's not their final album, but
But
it
it is
is.
their final.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it
the
is.
final
Yeah,
album.
yeah, it really is.
It is
Like
the
I could do an essay on this album, to be honest, because I could say like at least I could have like 2 paragraphs worth of like words for every single song. Like it's
Yeah.
insane how much they pack in.
Also, Something is probably the best love song they ever did.
I mean, I won't like debate that. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
I like would agree per se, but like I can't debate it either. It's so good.
It's so good.
Hell, I love Maxwell. I like Maxwell Silverhammer for God's
I
sake.
do as well. I do. I love that song.
It's
I
great.
love that song.
I mean, it's,
Exactly.
no, the
Then you
other
go to
ones just never
Darling,
got it.
that's
I know it's like everyone hated it, and like it was terrible to record. And it's just
Yeah.
a fucking song and it's just a song that goes bang bang Maxwell Silver.
It is incredibly funny that the most famous band of all time got into a massive argument and like hate each other over Maxwell's Silverhammer. Of all
Yeah.
time.
I fucking love that song, bro.
Like,
Octopus's Garden is so fun. I love that song
I
too,
love
man.
that
It
song.
is. Yeah, it is. I do like it.
So good. Oh darling.
And I love.
Oh yes. Oh yes. It's so good.
Something. Again, I Want You, She's So Heavy. Insanity. This came out
It
in
is
1969.
It is a top 3 Beatles song for me.
Like definitive
I think
proto heavy metal. It's straight doom, It's straight doom metal.
Yeah.
Insanity. Again.
Yeah, that song is just insanity, bro. I also like love how it just like cuts off. Like it doesn't have like a proper
Yeah.
like outro or anything. It just like cuts off. I think that's really cool.
And if you own the vinyl and listen to it that way, it works even better. Because then,
yes, absolutely. Yeah, I actually listened to it today
Amazing.
on vinyl. Insanely good.
Spectacular. And then the end. It's the final lyric.
Because
the final lyric. The final lyric on that song, and in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make.
Yes. I love this album so much.
They knew it. They knew that it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
They knew that it was over, and they didn't really say it, but they just implied it.
The funniest thing to me though is it could have like very much been not been that case because originally they wanted to put Her Majesty in the middle of the medley instead of like as a joke at the end, which would have completely
Yeah.
No,
fucked
I'm
up the
pretty sure
pacing.
the story that I heard, at least that's like what I'm pretty sure it was like they had like a rule from the um they had like a contract basically you cannot like throw away a Beatles song because it's it's a Beatles song, you know.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've
But
heard about
like
that.
you couldn't, and so they end up throwing it on the list, and that's why it's not on the track list. I don't know if that's true, but like that's what the story I heard. That's
Wow.
again, that's so funny. I mean, is because of that little thing, they basically invented the hidden track.
Yep. Which
Every
is, I
every
mean, God.
every 80-minute new metal record with like 20 minutes of silence can thank Abbey Road for that.
I mean, like,
It's
it's so hard to like say anything. There's not a weak spot on here. It's
I
consistently
agree.
just great. Too. It flows
for
so
me.
well. It has insane production.
I
For
think
Just
I
I
me,
think
can't.
this album flows better than pretty much every album I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
for me, maybe I still need to get it. I don't. The medley is still like I like the medley, but it's not like my favorite thing here. But that first half is just amazing, like unbeatable. The
I think
singular
this
tracks.
album is the easiest S tier on my life.
In
This
my
is not
mind, it's
also
a
like
high.
yeah, and like this is not just my their best in my opinion. This is also my personal favorite. And like I said, I'm very like nitpicky about albums I give a 10, and this is one of the ones I have out of 10 because I think it's perfect in
Absolutely.
every single one.
So
Yeah.
we just put it in S tier then.
No, because I think it's a high B.
What?
Well,
I'm
a
sorry.
high
What?
B.
No, that's
B.
High B.
insane. No, that's
Throw it
insane.
in. Throw it in high A. Throw it in high A.
No,
What
wait,
the
hold on.
fuck?
No, this is insane.
This is not happening to me.
High B.
How
Bro.
is
You
how is
you already got White Album out of me. Okay.
Okay,
I don't like White
I would
Album
put
more.
okay, hey look. If it means that Abbey Road can go in S, I would absolutely
No, because we're not doing that.
throw
I do not feel
come on.
like White Album is
This-
actually teetering the edge, and I still got time to develop that one. Abbey Road is not S tier, bro. Abbey Road is not S tier. I'm sorry. I'm
Dude,
very sorry.
dude, the chat disagrees with you so heavy right now.
How many people are in chat? How many people are in chat?
Um we are having 8 viewers right now.
Oh wow. Sorry everyone. Sorry everyone for ruining your day.
This guy is a traitor, bro. He was really just going along with us, saying, "Yeah, well, it's such a beautiful and
Also-
that final lyric, man." Anyways, it's a high B. Yep. Like,
Sure,
come
high,
on.
low A. Low A, sure, but still, like it's a high.
No, it's an S, come
It's
on.
not an S tier. It's not an S tier.
Come on.
It
know-
is
I know-
the
like,
album, bro.
if I
It's
open my
the
phone-
album. It's not just the album, their discography. It's the
Abbey
album.
It's
Road is
iconic,
literally
but
him,
again-
bro. Abbey Road is literally him.
Like I
Abbey
said,
Road.
I'm still not crazy about the medley. It's a good.
There is no
medley,
easier
but
S
it's
than
not my
this.
favorite.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. Tell this dude.
No,
Tell him, bro.
We're not doing. Revolver is better, and the White Album is
No.
better.
No.
This is not.
No,
This is.
no.
It's not symbolic White Album or Revolver tier. I'm sorry.
It is better than all of the
Throw it
above. I'm sorry.
It
Throw
is
it
a
in high
higher.
A.
You're right. It's not the same tier. It's better than all of those.
Yeah.
It's S tier.
It is as come on, Julie.
I would give
Come on.
this. I would give it S tier if I had the option.
Absolutely. I would absolutely give it S plus. Absolutely.
It's an A.
Come
it's
on,
an
Julian.
A.
There is no
I'm
fluff on
sorry.
this. There is no fluff on this. Like that is the craziest thing you've ever said is high B. It's fucking B. Having the B tier in the same sentence as Abbey Road is fucking insanity, bro.
This guy was about to put Abbey Road in the same tier as Help and A Hard Time.
Yeah, that's again.
That's insane.
I kind of. That's only. I have those at like a low B. This one is like a high B, high A. No, a low A.
What? High B, high A.
Hey, Julian, it's International Women's Day. We need to respect the
Yes.
women's wishes.
Yes, come on. Please.
Sorry, women. I'm sorry, women. I know Brooke is probably gonna like. I open my phone. And Brooke's
I
just
wrote
gonna
high
send me
B
a
is
death threat.
insane, she says, yeah.
Yeah, Brooke's gonna send me a death threat any second.
I love how
Come
we're
on.
like, and we still have an album left after this one.
Yeah, and then me and Julian has 6 other albums to cover as well.
Yeah.
Just throw it in high A, man. Throw it in the highest A.
No,
Throw it in the
no,
highest A.
I
Then we're
will
done.
not
Then we're
accept.
done.
I will not accept.
Well, then you want a podcast to go on for 2 hours? Fine. Fine.
Oh shit, we've
Fine,
already
I'll
been live for
sit here.
2 hours. Jesus. Okay.
You want another 2 on putting another 2 on there while we wait for nothing? Because I'm not budging and throwing this in S.
Come on. Okay, but like can we
You-
like put the White Album in high A and then just like throw Abbey Road in S? Can we do that? Can we make a deal out of that?
I like White Album more, but I also get what you mean with like the general.
Like there's no fluff on this. There's no filler. Like I don't understand how this is anything less than a F.
This
Like
is the
you say that
album
like
from
oh the
the
medley
band.
is like not as good. But the medley is supposed to be viewed as like one single song. Like how is it not the best like song ever? Like
Sure, switch them out. Swap them.
okay.
I can understand.
Yes,
I can
let's
understand.
go.
Like, I'm fine having like that. Like being like, okay, maybe it's not like it's.
We
an A
fucking
tier
did
for
it,
me, but I
guys!
understand.
Chat, we fucking did it. We fucking won. We fucking won.
I have like a threshold. Like, I wanna like do mostly my S's, but I'm fine throwing like an A tier of mine that other people see as an S. And in that regard, I think indeed Abbey Road fits more because, well, yes, I personally prefer the White Elm, and you guys like that one a lot as well. Like, I'm perfectly fine with throwing Abbey Road and then not the
Thank
White Elm.
Christ.
Maybe.
Oh man.
God.
I was about to go mad, bro. I was about to go insane. Oh. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let It Be.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The not final Beatles album.
I have not
Yeah,
heard
so-
this one as well. But
Oh really? Okay. So yeah, so Abbey Road was the last one they recorded.
This was the
but-
last one released because it
Yes.
was like going to shit.
Yeah.
because Phil Spector decided he was gonna have his like way with it over the course of 6 months.
Phil Spector, truly one of the song producers of all time.
Hey,
You know,
one of my
ignore
all time.
ignore the fact that he made like the best song ever made, but you know, I like this all. I like. Yeah, I mean, what can you say,
I
man?
mean-
he made fucking. He
I
made
mean,
fucking
it's
Be My
alright.
Baby.
Like,
He also, yeah, I mean, who cares that he like murdered like a woman as well? He
Yeah,
produced the-
all I'm saying, and maybe I shouldn't say this on International Women's Day. Hear me out here.
no,
I
no,
think
no.
if I was the judge that day, for like the Phil Spector case, and the lawyer came up to me and said, "But sir, made Be My Baby." Case dismissed. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
Oh my
I'm
God.
just saying. Hear me.
We're getting kicked off on that, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Anyways, Let It Be
But it's-
released in
It's
1970.
Be My Baby, bro. If you heard it, it's so good.
It is a great song.
Sorry, women. I'm so. I'm all
Anyways,
man.
let it be.
Okay, so yeah,
Um,
there's the elephant in the room is the production on this album, and I haven't heard like the full album. I've heard.
I like
most of
it.
the
I
songs.
like the production here. I know like the band members weren't satisfied with it, but I think it sounds fine. I think this it sounds more like their old work, honestly.
It does.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
I
not a
don't-
good thing.
Like, No, I wouldn't say so.
The
Like
songwriting is stronger. The songwriting has obviously become
it
stronger over time,
is,
so it still works.
but it doesn't have that like punch.
I get
Yeah,
what you mean. I do get what you mean. I haven't heard the naked version, which I know is like
I need to hear
more.
that.
I do want to hear that one too. Maybe I should have listened to both, but like, I don't know.
I think there are like two songs on this I would actually like be willing to go back to. And that is not to say that the rest is bad, by no means. But there are two songs that I actually like love on this thing. The others just kind of they're just kind
Yeah,
of
there's
okay.
one song on here that I generally really love, and that's "Across the Universe."
Across the Universe is great. It's easily my favorite here.
Oh, really? For me, my favorite is The Long and Winding Road.
My second
That's fair.
favorite is the title track, an iconic piece.
Yeah, my
It's such a strong like lyric.
yeah, my
Absolutely.
favorite one is Long and Winding Road, and then followed by Let It Be.
Yeah.
Personally,
I will say "Let It Be" is the only Beatles song that like I don't really listen to much anymore, just because I listened to it so much previously that I've kind of
I can show it.
gotten like,
yeah.
yeah, I've exhausted myself from. But like,
Like
it's not a case where like I think it's bad because it's overplayed. I just don't listen to it much anymore. It's still great.
I, I really like the bluesy side of this. I think there's a lot of like bluesy outtakes. I like that. I think those bluesy songs are just very good. They sound amazing. I mean, they're very fun, and yeah. Sure, I get why it's not like as well liked because you know bit controversial and all that, but I I don't know. It's got what I like about like old Beatles songs, but with a better songwriting behind it. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure, and like I'm fine with I know like the Long and Winding Road wasn't supposed to have the string section,
Mm.
and that um that McCartney totally didn't want that, and that Spector just added that. I like Spector's production. I'm a sucker for his production. Mm,
Yeah.
I'm fine with I'm fine with hearing him, do that. No, he doesn't have to listen to McCartney because he made I Be My Baby.
Oh my
so
god.
Like a
um,
get out of jail
I
free cards.
I like the production on the title track. The rest of the songs I've heard, and "Across the Universe" is good too. But like the rest of the songs that I've heard, I think would benefit with that.
It's good, but like it's nowhere near as good as
It's hard. It's a weird album, and like I said,
yeah.
I
Yeah, I
can't
mean
really
it
say
does
fully
sort
'cause
their
I haven't
production
heard
still
it.
sort his production still sort of clashes with the Beatles themselves. He is made for girl groups, bro building stuff, and sometimes it definitely doesn't clash as
But
well as
like,
it should.
imagine yourself as someone in like like the late '60s, early '70s. You buy Abbey Road and you listen to it, and like it's so obvious that they know this is the last thing they're ever gonna do, and like it's got such this sense of like euphoric finality to it, and like it's like a culmination of everything they've done, blah blah blah, and like there's that final lyric, and then like a few months later, this releases, and like it's a brand new studio album as well, and this is like the actual one. Is like, dang, this really does not have that sense of finality to it compared to
Yeah.
Abbey Road,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah, it feels like the kind of album that would be better if it had been released between
Exactly.
Help and Rubber Soul. If it had been released during
Absolutely.
in between Help and Rubber Soul, I'd say it probably would be like a higher B.
Hmm.
But now it's like a
Yeah.
lower B for me. It's
Absolutely. I
good, but
think
like
it's the lowest B, personally.
it's too little, too late. Too little, too
Or
late. Wrong
actually,
place, wrong time.
is it better than A Hard Day's Night? Is
Yeah,
it?
I'd say it is better than all the early stuff. I think it is better. It is a better version of all the early stuff in my
So
mind.
we're
It
putting
just
it
came
in
it
the highest B.
Yeah, sure. I mean, medium B, I guess, but it is like higher than It is better
Yeah.
than all the other
Okay.
early Beatles. Again, if it had been released during those early albums, it would probably be like more favorably looked upon. But right now, it is just like the album that came after they already basically redefined popular music 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. They broken like though they had broken up. Like I'm pretty sure they had even announced it to the public by this point when it came out when this album came out. So like
Yeah.
it's like you said, it's like feels like a little far. Feels like it's too late in the game.
So there you have it, our finalized ranking of the Beatles studio albums.
These guys made some good music, believe it or not.
They made some pretty decent tunes there.
So
Oh,
from worst to best, in our opinion, Beatles for Sale, With the Beatles, Please Please Me, A Hard Day's Night, Help, Let It Be, Rubber Soul, Magical Mystery Tour, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, self-titled White Album, Abbey Road, Revolver.
yes, I
How do
agree
you
with that.
how do you guys feel about that ranking?
I
I'm
can
okay with
see.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, I'm fine with it. I mean, yeah, for me, Magical Mystery Tour second place and White Album is third place and Abbey Road be fourth. But still, I mean, I'm fine. Any of those 4 albums could do. I understand the praise for all of them.
My personal
I'm
ranking
just I'm just
would be
glad I got to like rank all of I'm glad I got to rank basically the whole track list for Revolver. That
mhm,
album is so
Yeah.
that was
peak,
fun.
man.
That was awesome. Yeah,
God.
from like best from like favorite to least favorite for me, it would go Abbey Road, White Album, Sergeant Pepper, Revolver, and A Hard Day's Night, and Please Please Me, then with the Beatles. Oh, and Magical Mystery Tour would be in between Sergeant Pepper and A Hard Day's Night.
Yeah,
That would be my.
I have no idea how I would like personally rank them at this point, but I think I think I'd have to put Abbey Road in first place. It just is like such a perfect
Yeah.
piece of
Yeah, I
art in my
mean, I
opinion.
can't say anything other than Revolver is the perfect album.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. So
Dr.
peak.
Robert.
I'm crying right now. It's so peak fiction.
Revolver without Dr. Roberts would be probably number one.
Yeah.
um,
Even without it's like the best. Yeah, it's like Revolver, Magical Mystery Tour, White Album, Abbey Road, uh, Rubber Soul, Sergeant Pepper's, Let It Be, Hard Day's Night, Please Please Me, Help. Well, actually, no, Help above Please Please Me. Help, Please Please Me with the Beatles, Beatles for Sale. That's, yeah. Favorite
fire.
tracks?
Favorite
Oh yeah.
tracks?
Top five.
I actually
Top
have a
five.
top 10 list written down here.
Ooh, okay. I'm just gonna do
Uh,
my top five.
okay.
Um, Tomorrow Never Knows, definitely number one. Just incredible. I Want You See So Heavy. For No One. Um, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Penny Lane. Yeah, Penny Lane or Strawberry Fields Forever. It's kind of hard.
Fire.
Yeah.
How about you, Mercer?
Um. Gosh, that's
Revolution
hard.
9 also an honorable mention, by the way.
So real. Um. Gosh, I have a top three. You can go ahead and list your top 10. I'll quickly come up
Okay,
scramble
so
my top
these are
10.
in no order. However, For No One is my favorite song. Um, but yeah, so these are in no particular order. Tomorrow Never Knows, For No One, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Norwegian Wood, Helter Skelter, I Want You, She's So Heavy, Something, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, Strawberry Fields Forever, and A Day in the Life. That's my 10 favorites.
Very fair, very fair.
Yep, that's a great one. All right,
Thank you.
top five from 5 to 1 would be 5 Helter Skelter, off the White Album. 4 Tomorrow Never Knows, off of Revolver. 3 While My Guitar Gently Weeps, off the White Album. 2, Within You Without You, off Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. 1, Strawberry Fields Forever, off Magical Mystery Tour. But little asterisk, if you would count the medley as one song, that would be my number 1.
Oh, yeah, I 100% agree.
I can see that. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. That's the Beatles. Beat the Beatles.
So, Brooke asked a very interesting question. What's the S tier ranking so far? For her, it's Abbey Road, Symbolic, and Revolver from best to worst.
For me,
that would be mine as well. Yeah, Abbey Road, Symbolic, and Revolver would be.
Revolver, Symbolic, Abbey Road. Pretty easy for me. I mean, with Abbey Road, I really had to budge. For Symbolic, I was basically just like, sure, it's not like a 10, but it's like super close. And, the other two, you two, when Brooke was still basically in the podcast, wasn't there for that episodes. Because, like, yeah, well, she was also gonna give it a 10 and you were gonna give it a 10. I just said, like, yeah, it's a 10, right? Like, that's just, it's definitive. It was very definitive also in shaping my taste. Literally being the first album I heard in my favorite genre. Well, subgenre, I guess. So in that regard, yeah. And Abbey Road, yeah.
Yeah,
Great
for
album,
me,
but still.
I probably also have the same ranking as Brooke and Mercer, Abbey Road, Symbolic, Revolver, but they are all albums that I like actually love.
Yeah.
I would say so Abbey Road's like one of my 10s, personal favorite, means a lot to me. Just I think it's perfect all around. Symbolic is one of my highest 9s, or I just think it's a masterpiece through and through. And then Revolver slips just a tad bit towards the end because of like that 3-track run, but overall I have a great time listening to it and has amazing tracks. It'd be like a high 8 for me.
Yep. Yeah. The
So
Beatles.
yeah, one of the best discographies of all time, easily.
Very, very consistent.
Truly very thankful that they came around, because so much of what I love about music and pop culture is because these guys came around.
Yeah.
We're very happy to have you on, Mercer. Like,
yeah,
man,
this was so much fun.
You added a lot.
Everyone, give it up for Mercer. Everyone, give it up for Mercer. What an amazing guest. Thank you so much for being here.
Feel free to come on anytime, man.
Absolutely.
Like,
I
you
would
got the
absolutely
green
love
card.
to, because I had a blast. So next time they'll discuss an artist I've heard a significant amount of, or can do it before.
We'll just like from now on, we'll probably just tell our friends, like, this is the band we're covering. Are you interested? Feel free to come on.
Yeah, I also have a couple like I also have a couple friends that that also have shown interest that they would be interested in joining. So maybe that could be a thing as well. But
we already got the next one decided, so we'll be announcing that at the end.
Yes, we are announcing the next. Yes. Brooke says, next episode you become a mainstay member or else.
So true.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I would love that, but like,
yeah, but
honestly,
it's,
I don't.
It's up to Mercer.
It's up. We'll discuss that someday.
Yeah, absolutely. At the moment, I should be down for that. So we'll see what happens. We can discuss it more in private later, and we'll see what happens. For now, thank you all very, very much for having me. I had a great time. I love these guys. And you two are awesome. So
You're awesome.
I would like to stick around for the actual stream, but I got to eat dinner now, so I had to. Also got to babysit a 5-year-old, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Anyways, man, enjoy dinner.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you all very much. Bye bye.
Bye, Mercer.
Bye. Bye bye. Damn, that was fun.
That was so much fun.
Now we're on to classic release of the week, picked by Joy.
Are we doing the classic album now?
I mean, yeah, we usually do it in between. Actually,
we didn't do that last time. We did. No, we did it last.
Oh well, then we're gonna do new release first. But give me 1 second. We're gonna last a little break because we've been talking for 2 hours. I need to refill my water. Go to the bathroom real quick. So, no, feel free to chat a bit. know, very short. Like, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. I'm also gonna go grab some water, I think. But I'll be back in a second. And I am back. You're gonna get some sleep, have fun. Good night, Thomas. Thank you so much for sticking around for a little while, and thank you for rooting for Abbey Road. We actually won. We actually got Abbey Road next year. Hell yeah. But yeah, good night, Thomas. I'll see you tomorrow, right, for the Pokemon stream. We should have a short side episode series where we talk about stuff other than music. I mean, we kind of do go on like just like rants sometimes about random stuff. But like actually like focused episodes on like other forms of media, like games, movies, or TV shows. Like prepping for it, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that could be fun. maybe on the Patreon, if we ever do one. Queen's Discog. Ooh. Okay. So Thomas would be willing to be a guest if we ever cover Queen's Discog.
That sounds interesting. We'll have to
Yeah.
do that one.
Hell yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But welcome back, Julian. Welcome back.
Welcome back, yeah.
So Brooke said she said that we should start a short episode series, like a side episode series where we talk about stuff other than music, such as games, movies, or TV.
Would be interesting.
That would
But
be
kind
fun
of
indeed.
like fit that in my schedule and stuff, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll have to like look into that. I was like,
Yeah.
you know,
I jokingly said that we'd save that sort of stuff for the Patreon if we
yeah,
ever start one.
Let's go. So true. Oh, with Patreon you can straight up like, I don't know how the Patreon works, but yeah, we should definitely like do stuff like that, discuss more than music.
Absolutely.
Because I have
Yeah.
a lot to discuss about other things.
You wanna? She wants
should
to
start
hear
by-
us rant about Dark Souls. She wants to hear us argue about Dark Souls.
We should, yeah, but I'd have to finish Dark Souls, which is like gonna take a while.
you haven't finished Bloodborne either, right? You haven't finished either of them.
No.
And I have finished all of them.
It would be kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do one where we just rant about politics actually. Gonna
A
be
politics
funny.
episode.
Yeah. Hilarious. Anyway.
So
yeah.
which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's start
out
off
of the new
with.
releases.
I think let's start off with Lady Gaga. Let's start off with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga, okay. So she dropped yesterday?
Mayhem.
Mayhem. She dropped yesterday, yeah. So it's a very very new album. I listened to it the night it dropped. So yeah, what did you think about the new Lady Gaga?
It was pretty alright. I mean,
Yeah, Yeah, I
I think
agree. I
it's
didn't
like,
think it was bad by any means. I thought some of
yeah,
the
no,
tracks were actually, I like some of the Gaga songs.
I like some of the Gaga songs. Indeed, I like some
Yeah,
of the Gaga songs. It's it mostly remind me of like old Gaga tracks I like, but with
absolutely.
like
Yeah.
the maybe like a bit more modern EDM influence,
Mm-hmm.
I guess would be the best way. But I mean, I like that. I like the old. I like in some of the old Gaga songs. I love Poker
Yeah.
Face.
Bad
I
Romance
like
is my
Poker
fave.
Face, Bad Romance. I mean, all great songs, and this
Yeah,
really does capture that energy.
absolutely.
And you know, there are some really, really good tracks here. I love maybe a strong word, but I really like Garden of Eden and Disease. In
Yes.
general, I just think the first like 7 tracks here are like very strong.
Yes, I think
Like,
Vanishing to You is one of my favorites.
and I like Killa a lot too.
Yeah, Killa was good.
Like,
I think yes. The second half is definitely worse.
yeah,
Uh,
I think after Zombie Boy, it kind
Zombie
of
Boy is not for me. I didn't really like that one.
after Zombie Boy, it kind of it's like How Bad Do You Want Me? By the way, sounds like a Taylor Swift song. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy for that, right? Like, you hear it too. I hope.
However, I will
It,
say I think Blade of Grass is pretty good. Uh,
yeah, I think none of them are particularly bad, but I feel like it's the part where the album gets a little too one note, a little too. I do notice it becomes more of like a concept. Like there's a
mm,
more clearly defined, like Blade of Grass and The Beast and Die with a Smile really like fit into each
yes,
other very well.
absolutely. I mean, Die with a Smile. I think is actually a really good song.
Pretty good song, yeah, I like that one too. It's
Yeah.
probably the best song in the second half, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I know why it's like very popular as it is. It's
Yeah.
already got like 2 billion
It's
streams.
a huge radio hit. Yeah. It was
Yeah,
also nominated
I
for a
don't.
Grammy for
Yeah, one to add, right?
yeah, and for
Again,
best
really
best
great.
song. Yeah.
Yeah, insane. But in general, like, I don't feel like I ever want to listen. I don't feel like I'm ever going to revisit it. That's kind of the thing.
I don't think so either. No.
It's like if I want to listen to the Gaga songs,
Yeah.
I will probably end up just
Yeah. I
putting
would
on.
rather go back to the Fame Monster than this album.
I would probably first like just throw on Poker Face, Bad
Yeah.
Romance, and what's that other song called? Just Dance.
Yes. So good.
Like I would just throw those on, and then like maybe from this I would throw on Garden of Eden. That's kind of
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
really.
Garden of Eden, Vanishing to You for sure.
That's kind of like the weak spot of the album.
But yeah,
It's like
actually,
it doesn't
a
really offer anything
good
I want.
album. Yeah, but like, I don't think any of the songs are like bad at all. I think, um, yeah, it might not be the most consistent pop record ever, but like, I don't think yeah, I wasn't like dreading this album and I wasn't like, oh, can this shit be over? Like I was actually like, it was actually
I don't know.
enjoyable.
I was way more like invested in this than I was in like that Drake album or even that Weekend
Yeah.
album.
Okay, I disagree, but sure.
But like the production is a lot more exciting. But still, I feel like it's not really something that's gonna get me like hooked on it again, except for like maybe one or
Hmm.
two songs from time to
Yeah.
time. But it is like I imagine if you like Lady Gaga, this will not disappoint. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
was like, I was, she still sounds great.
Yeah. There
Yeah,
are in
I
fact
would,
now more. There are in fact now more of the Gaga songs I like.
yeah. I would actually not feel too bad about putting this in low B tier.
Yeah, I'd say I agree. Low B.
Yeah,
Most
actually a
certainly.
good pop record. Actually a good pop record.
Good pop
Yeah,
record.
I recommend if you like
Well,
pop music.
it comes very close to dance, I think, which helps always.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Which
I
one do you
think we
want to
should
cover next?
I think we should go
Maybe
to the
Rebecca.
next
Yeah.
the next pop record.
This
Rebecca
this
Black
one is.
Salvation.
Oh, dude, this album is fucking good.
Yeah, I really this is the girl who made Friday. That's crazy.
Yes, it is. Yes, this is the girl who made Friday. Let that sink in. Dude, this
Let that
album is
sink
actually
in.
really good.
I was like very surprised. Very, very varied
Yes.
production here. Like a lot of different like electronic IDs being
It
explored from time to time.
it obviously takes a lot from like Charlie, for example.
Charlie, I noticed like the first song kind of
Yeah.
opens with like a Billie Eilish style
Yeah, true.
vocals. Billie Eilish style Black Country New Road reference. I don't actually like Black Country New Road,
No.
but yeah,
No, me neither.
yeah, it's like I think there's a lot of weird standouts and just a lot of great choruses. Just
Yes.
it
But I
covers a
think
lot and it in a short time. It's basically an EP, but it's very very well made.
yeah, it's like 20 minutes, yeah. But like every single
Yeah.
song is like really good.
Yeah, it stands out a lot. Every song
Yeah, seven
really has
tracks,
like
yeah.
every set track is really polished and like unlike the Gaga album that felt like they were putting in a lot, but I think it kind of spread itself too thin. This one like really puts its focus on the songs that it has. And
Absolutely. This
I
is
think
this
it's
is leagues
better
better
off
than
for that.
Gaga, in my
I think
opinion.
Do You Even Think About Me might be my favorite. I think it's one of those like
Mm.
really good vocal trance songs. I just love that shit.
Yeah, for me, I think
Good stuff.
probably the opener, just like
Opener's also really good.
it's so infectious. It's so good.
Also Trust.
Trust,
You
yes.
know,
The lead
all
single,
caps
very good.
with an exclamation mark.
Yes.
So it's got the same title as the opener of LP.
Yep.
It is Sugar Water Cyanide is probably my second favorite. Twist Knife really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, the
you could
closer,
list
really
the whole
good.
track list because it's such a short track list, but that's why it works.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm like actually like super excited to see what she's gonna do next. Maybe with like a longer
Yeah.
runtime as well. I think think
Yeah.
this album is like really really good.
Although at the same time, I
Um,
don't think she could probably like. I think if she made longer records,
mm,
they wouldn't be as like interesting. I think she works best here where she's just
mm,
putting her effort into creating these like short, concise pop albums rather than
mayhaps,
the
yeah.
bloat that comes out of a lot of these. And it definitely works in its favor, and it's something I would way rather re-listen to than that Gaga album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely medium B, I'd say. For me,
I would go high B.
I can see why. Like,
I would put this absolutely above Let It Be, 100%. I don't care.
yeah, it's definitely better than like Let It Be or the Mayhem.
Yeah, yeah, really really good. I highly recommend this one. Like even more so than the Gaga record.
And then the Gaga songs.
Yeah, actually really
Yeah,
promising. I like this was the first like stuff I've heard
Rebecca
from her
Black,
since Friday. Yeah,
Friday.
yeah. This was the this was the first like project I've heard since Friday. So it was like very
Fri-
like oh
looking back on like Friday Hate was like crazy. They really want. It's
Yeah.
like Justin Bieber, you know. They really wanted this motherfucker dead. They wanted the
Yeah.
13-year-old straight up dead, or
Yeah, I know.
because he made bad music. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Never
That was
change.
that
Early
was that was
2010s.
like yeah, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I remember like
That's
even
crazy.
then, like I mean I don't remember a lot from that, but now I would see videos like Justin Bieber dies in my recommended sometimes
Yeah, it
on
was
YouTube.
crazy.
Shit
Crazy
was
times.
nuts, man. I don't know if
Crazy
that video
times,
still
bro.
exists. It was crazy. And Oppa Gangnam Style then too. Truly.
Classic.
Peak era. But yeah.
100%.
Um next one.
Panda Bear, maybe?
Let's get into Panda Bear. Let's do
Yeah.
Panda Bear.
So,
I think like I'm
yeah,
no
have you heard any of the other solo Panda Bear stuff?
I remember hearing person pitch, but like I don't
Yeah.
remember much about it and I remember not
Yeah,
liking it
that's the
much.
only one I've heard. I actually really like that one.
I do really want to revisit it because like
Yeah.
apparently it's like really sample based and like I want to
Yeah,
look
it
more
is, yeah.
into it. I want to give more like I want to give it a more honest listen
Yeah. Yeah,
in
it's
my
a
first
good album.
time. This one, it's like it sounds like the Beach Boys mixed with a little bit of dub reggae. You know,
Yeah,
it's like the
absolutely.
very blatant way to describe it. Um, I think that in that case it is a little bit hit or miss, but at its worst it is kind of just okay Beach Boys worship basically. Like
Exactly,
they're
yeah.
just okay at its worst. It's like okay Beach Boys songs, which is like no
Yeah,
doable.
I thought this was
It's
enjoyable.
listenable,
Absolutely.
but like there are a couple tracks here that definitely stand out. Is when they're like leaning more into the dub. I think Eulogy to Noah is really good. Probably my
Yes.
second favorite. I like the second track. I don't remember what it's called.
Anywhere but
Uh,
here.
Anywhere but here. Yeah, that one's good. Um,
Ends meet, I
I don't
like.
think I need to explain why, but I love the Vents. The Vents is really good.
Yeah, with
No,
Cindy Lee,
featuring
yeah.
featuring uh the artist who made my favorite, my 2024 album of the year.
Wasn't
I kind of
oh wait. What did I wait? Why did I think that the Blade album was your favorite?
it was my third. I think I put
Oh,
it
that was
like
your oh,
it
okay.
was like Cold Visions, Cutting the Throat. I gave King Nothing my favorite track of the year. That's maybe what
Oh,
you were
that was
confused about.
yeah. Yeah. That was probably why.
I don't really stand by that. I think I would now give that to either Honor of the Drugs, but still.
Oh, fire. Okay. Yeah, mine is still Babies in a Thundercloud.
Yeah, okay, let's not get into
No,
2024
okay. I'm
maybe.
sorry. I'm sorry.
No, but like, no, we should probably not. But yeah, I kind of wonder if like the guitar they did for this was like sampled, because I know there are still samples used here, but it's more
Yeah.
instrumental self-played.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that like they probably just made the new guitar, but I also think there would be something cheeky and funny they would do. But either way, that guitar opener is crazy good.
For real.
And in general, you can definitely feel the more like Cindy Lee approach to that song, and that's why I think it's probably one of my favorite. But still, when it leans into dub, and mainly because I just love that like dub, the delay, reverb sound, that then it shines. Otherwise, it kind of just comes off as like pretty good, like okay sunshine pop, indie pop,
Yeah.
Beach Boys stuff. Which there are
Apparently,
worse things to be.
Fantano gave this a 9.
I don't care. Fantano really coming in hot with the takes. We should get like chat, chat, 10 likes and we will get Fantano on the cast
Yes.
next
Yes.
episode. No, yeah, I think uh, I don't I don't think there are standouts, but I think the rest is like just kind of good. And in that case, I found myself like enjoying it, but I don't know how much I really remember of it.
Yeah, I don't
Even if I
really
will
think
probably,
I'm probably not gonna revisit this at all.
do you have like I feel like I earlier like revisit this other like more psychedelic stuff, mainly what
Yeah,
he did with
absolutely.
Animal Collective,
Yeah.
like Strawberry Jam and
Or
Animal
like even
Merryweather.
even the earlier solo stuff I would go back to. Um
Yeah, I'll revisit Person Pitch
yeah,
probably
it's
someday.
actually really good. It's way better than this one, I feel.
Yeah, I'd say it's
Um
better than Gaga. I would say it's better than Gaga just
yeah,
because it's
yeah, I agree.
but it's not as good as Rebecca.
Absolutely not.
Man, imagine telling someone in 2013 that the new Rebecca Black album is better than
Better
the new
than Lady
Panda Bear
Gaga.
from Animal Collective.
Panda Bear, yeah. Rebecca
Yeah,
Black better than Let It Be.
so true. So true.
um yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually good week. Actually good week
it's a great
for new
week.
albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the other week too, cause this one released 2 weeks ago. Ichiko
Yeah.
Aoba. It's not Ichiki.
Oh. Happy
Luminescent
International Women's
Creatures.
Day.
Yeah, we're
The
fine.
queen
Oh,
is back. The goat is back
finally.
with the new album.
I'm not gonna
Holy
pretend like I'm
shit.
some crazy like Ichiko Aoba fan. This was my second album by her
Oh, really?
ever.
I've heard most of them.
I do want to get through them like someday.
Actually,
But
such a
this one,
good discog.
I thought like
So
I
good.
like I like Zero quite a bit, but I like rarely revisit it. But it's like very
It's
nice,
so
lush
good. It's
folk. I
such a good
think,
album.
but
Yeah.
this especially made me go like, damn, I should revisit her music and just go through it all, because this is
This
really great.
this
This
album
is
was fucking
great.
fantastic. Fantastic album. This is so good.
I think this is amazing. It there's a
Yeah.
really wide range of texture and atmosphere to it. It sounds like wooden yet aquatic at the same time. There's a
Yes,
very
absolutely. I was literally thinking about like the word aquatic when listening to this because I
yeah. That's
remember
like
you said that about like a bunch of like
I said it about Love Deluxe.
Sade's
That's
album,
why.
like Love Deluxe. Yeah. You were like, this sounds aquatic, and like that word, you know, like literally came to my mind
I
while
mean
I was listening to
that
this.
like
Yeah,
defines this. Um, in general, like there's a lot of strong undertones of ambient and um new age here. And that's really what
yeah,
makes the songs for me. It's less rooted in folk and feels more like almost an ambient folk record, basically. I I think that sound works really well here. And it's also very brief, which I normally would like consider a compliment, but honestly, I think this album should have been a little longer. I think most of these songs
Wait, why
could
did
have
you
been
give this
like.
a 7 out of 10? You were like, oh, this is like
Did I
really
give it a
great.
7? Oh, I meant to
Yeah,
give it an 8. I meant to give it an
yeah, you
8.
gave it
I'll
a
change that
7.
in
I
a
was like,
bit.
what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it's an 8 for sure. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I agree.
I wish this was longer because I think most of these songs could have easily had like a minute or more of like instrumental tinkering done.
Yeah.
Like, and I would have still like loved it a lot. In fact, I
Yeah,
could
but
probably get
also
more
I feel
easily in
like
the atmosphere.
yeah, I agree. Like in a perfect world, this would have been like 44, 45 minutes long. But like also like I just feel like you know, can we just appreciate like albums being like 35 minutes? Like
Too, yeah, that's too.
yeah,
That's true. I mean, I fuck with short albums. And that's like does help the album being like easy to listen to. And
yeah,
I
exactly.
was re-listening to this a lot. I love how the guitar, oh yeah, guitar sounds on this, and all the instrumentation is great. My favorite here is probably Luciferin.
Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. That's my favorite track. Track 8, yeah.
Luciferina, I think.
Luciferine.
Luciferin, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what the lyrics are saying, but I'm sure they're very interesting. I don't speak
Yeah.
Japanese. It's yeah, it's something that really makes me want to listen to more Ichiko because this like very strong, very beautiful record, very lush, very
Yeah.
ethereal. Loved
Yeah,
it a
I think
lot.
this is some of her like best work to date, to be honest. Um,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure. I hope like that her other stuff is also just as good because I'm really excited. This is a hook for me. Either high B, low A. I think
I would
I'd go
definitely slap
towards
this in
high.
A.
Yeah, sure. Throw it low A. I think low A is fine.
Low A. Yep. Below Rubber Soul. Or is it better than
Yeah,
Rubber Soul?
it's. I don't know really.
No,
I'll let
probably
you
not.
decide. I'll let you decide. I'll let you decide.
Yeah, probably below Rubber Soul. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
women.
yeah. All the women are like being outclassed by the men today. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We're sorry, women. Insert that picture of Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah. Um.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All
that leaves
right.
us to the last new release.
October Country.
Yeah,
Ghost Mountain.
maybe
Member
the
of.
strongest of them all. Maybe
It is. Yeah, it is.
this
Absolutely
album
shocked.
was fucking amazing.
My, I was not expecting that in the big 2025, one of the best albums of the year was gonna be released by a Haunted Mount member.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like a hater of Haunted Mount. I like them. I've actually seen them in concert.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, cause like I went with a couple of friends. It was pretty
Mm,
fun, but like I don't consider like their music to be insane or anything. I like way other more term, but this is like incredible. I mean, there's so much. The production here is just like 15 steps ahead of what they were previously doing.
yeah.
The I mean, you could always kind of tell what influenced them very heavily. You know, the Black Ray, the Salem, the Blades,
Yeah.
and this feels like they actually like really did their homework in like what makes those
100%.
bands, what makes those artists great. Trying to translate that into here because this is just waves of ethereal synthesizers and just very good drum programming.
Yeah, I
And
like
then those
personally I fuck
thick
with this
layer.
way more heavy than Cold Visions. I'm just gonna say that.
I can understand why someone would have
Yeah.
that take. I'm close. I'm very close for me. Um, in general, like I've always liked the vocal production that like Haunted Mount would do. You know, with
Yeah.
like a little bit of delay in the way they like kind of talk in that like Chief Keef way. You know,
Yeah.
and that like perfectly translates here because the music is more moody, more melancholic, and the lyrics are more moody, melancholic. The vocals themselves can lean in more into that, and that like makes this more realized. This is everything that made the Haunted Mountain stuff good in a way that it actually like feels very appropriate and like very accomplished. I mean, this dude just like stopped apparently with the group for like a year, couple years, just to like work
Mm.
on other. I think he did like a film class. He did film school. He
Oh.
just comes back and he just makes this.
Yeah.
It's interesting. None of the singles they released were on it, but those singles are so good. Also,
Really? Yeah, I haven't heard them.
yeah, yeah, like Apollon and Dark Harvest, very good songs. Uh, there are a lot of standouts here. Like I think it's very consistently good. I know most people think the second half is better, and I agree. But I
Mhm.
think this first half is also like really good.
Oh, I agree. Uh
My
like
favorite song here,
the fourth track, Hovel.
yeah, Hovel is like easily one of my favorite.
So good. Yeah.
Kevlar, Kevlar is amazing. Lake,
Yep. Yep.
the opener it's like it's like
Yeah, it's just
it's
really
consistently
consistent.
just
Yeah.
opener. I think Kismet, Highway Hex. I'm pretty much just listening to all Damien. Damien has like insane production with like how layered and
Yeah.
dense that song is.
But yeah, title track
It's pure.
also.
I made a comment about this when I like was listening to it.
Mm.
Um, well, because like I was listening to it right after Brooke. Brooke does barely likes the Haunted Mount. You could call her Haunted Mount. She loved. She was about to give this a 10.
Oh wow.
That's how good this shit is. I mean, it's insanity. I said like this is quintessential emo rap.
Yes.
Like this isn't just if you took these vocals, you isolated them, you put them over like any like good emo track or just the emo track, you could like tweak it a little. I think it would fit in. I think like you could just throw this on an actual emo record and it would just straight up fit. And that's like insane. I don't think I've heard that from any other emo rap song or even like album in the genre. The production again, it touches really nicely on the best of Blade and Cray and Salem. Well, what I've heard of Salem at
Yeah.
least. Absolutely impressive. I mean, they knocked it out of the park with
So good.
this.
I would, I've only listened to it once, and that was like, yeah, like just the other day. I would definitely have to listen to it again. I feel like this is definitely gonna be a grower for me. Um, yeah, I really can't wait to dig in again. Um, when I
I
when I have
listened
time to do
like
so.
I just I just like listened to it
There's
as
so
soon
much
as I came
quality
out of
here.
school
Yeah.
on Friday. So yesterday I've basically just been bumping it nonstop. It's
Oh
melancholic.
really?
It makes me feel yeah, I find it very melancholic, but it's like I love listening to it. It's so it's still energetic, you know?
Yeah.
Very much I hope that like if they were to continue in this direction, they're gonna do more of this. They're gonna just they're gonna own it. Because like my previous favorite of theirs was stuff that like leaned really heavily into the trap. So my favorite before this was Gunsmith Da Mixtape by Heckle. But I think they should not be continuing in that direction. They should lean into this. Go heavier on the witch house, go heavier on the cloud rap, heavier on
Absolutely.
the emo rap, more ethereal, and I think they could actually make something that like rivals the stuff that so obviously influenced them, like albums like Glue or um Me uh the Witch House. What's the name? I forgot. Back to the Witch House, I think. It's probably the more appropriate Cray project for this one. Yeah,
For sure.
insane.
I think this is
Like
really good.
I'm complete new. I'm completely reinvigorated on the Haunted Mount. For me,
Yeah,
this is
this is
just a
this is
wake up
actually my
call.
first, like this is actually my introduction to
Yeah,
them.
it's definitely the best I've heard of theirs, and I've heard like
Yeah.
quite a few mixtapes. Yeah, yeah, this just that blows life into the whole thing like, for me again. For me, this is easily like a mid low
Yeah.
A.
Do we
Absolutely
put
insane.
this above Rubber Soul,
Yes, yes, yes. It's better than Rubber Soul.
but not above Magical Mystery Tour?
No, it's not better than Magical Mystery Tour.
No. Let's not. Let's
Yeah,
yeah yeah. Let's not be crazy here.
yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah. So that leaves us to our last album. That was
Yes,
that was it
your
for
pick.
the week. My pick.
Yeah,
This is an
yeah.
album that I really wanted you to listen to. This is an album that I love, and yeah, I have a lot to say about this one. Um,
Yeah,
it is
Adeka.
Quadeca's "I Didn't Mean to
I
Haunt You,"
didn't
his
mean to
third
haunt you.
studio album. I didn't mean to haunt you. Yeah.
Is it his
Uh,
first? I know there's like other albums that are considered
it's
to be
it's
his.
his uh, it's his third studio album.
Because he's like a YouTube musician, right?
Yes, so yeah,
This is
so
like
he was he
very
was he
impressive.
was actually a YouTube rapper, yeah. So he started out making like FIFA videos, and then he kind of blew up once he made the KSI diss track. That's when he kind of
I
like
mean,
blew up. And it's
then
actually
I don't
like
know.
it's actually a good diss track. It's actually like really good.
There's no way there's like one one person
Yeah,
connection between Thor Harris,
and
between
KSI.
Swans and KSI.
That's crazy. Oh man.
There's some
Um,
connection between Helpless Child um
Think of it.
and Thick of It.
Yeah,
I guess
so
not.
from me to you, that was actually his second. He made voice memos before that, and then he made from me to you, which was actually like that's what kind of put him on the map as like a legitimate musician.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, this
um,
is like crazy. I was like expecting more rap, but this is just straight up like art pop, you know?
yeah, art pop
It,
Voltronica.
it,
Yeah,
it's that it's that very I would let's describe it as folktronica. I almost go more towards like chamber pop and that kind of stuff.
yeah,
And like that style of like very kind of sparse, but not really like slight post rock influence style of like pop music. Very ambient pop, I guess, would be another good term for it.
yeah. Because like prior to this, like he just made like like prior to this, it was like mostly like emo rap. And that's kind of
Yeah,
what you're getting from his latest mixtape, Scrapyard, as well. Um, that sounds more like that kind of sounds like like the Blades and uh, you know kind of that sort of thing.
right.
Um, yeah, but this is very different, and I actually would like him to do this. So he actually has been teasing his new album like crazy on Instagram. It's it was supposed to drop last year, but it never did. So it's probably gonna drop at the first half of this year, like like probably during the summer is my guess, or maybe even before he goes on tour. Um, so I'm very excited for his new album, and I desperately hope that it sounds more like this because I love how this sounds, and the
Yeah.
experimentation on this is really interesting. Um,
What gets me is just like knowing that this is from a YouTuber turned musician,
yeah,
and then also like in a genre that I'm like kind of mixed on with like that like sparse like folk, tronica,
yeah,
chamber pop. I mean, I think that's very easily able to like bore my tits off, but this one is like really good. Like this
hell
one like
yeah,
super like with that in mind, this one is super solid.
fuck yeah.
This is
So
like
and yeah, this is also like one of the like main like draws of this album is that it's a concept album. Uh,
I didn't really keep like the concept in
yeah.
mind, and I was
So
kind
do
of
you
confused by it.
do you mind if I do like a breakdown?
Go
Because
ahead.
I have read up a lot about this album. So first off, he like it was very clear that he poured his soul into this album. Like this was very much so like a passion project. He spent like 10 hours a day for like 15 months straight working on this. Uh, like he fucking wrote all of it himself. He produced everything. He did everything on this all by himself, basically, which
That's
is very
yeah.
impressive. Um,
You can tell this is something that he really wanted to do.
yeah, which makes it all the more interesting to me, also as a listener. So this is a concept album about like an alternate reality, kinda, where because he struggled a lot with depression um, and mental illness, and he dealt with like suicidal thoughts, and so this takes place in an alternate reality where he did end up taking his own life. So um, he kind of impersonifies like a ghost during the limbo state. So the first track, "Sorry for Dying," is pretty self-explanatory based off the title. He basically apologizes um, for killing himself, and he literally like his ghost self sees his like body like lying in his room after he had taken his own life on that track. Um, so like it literally starts like directly after he killed himself, and then the second track, "Tell Me a Joke," which is one of my favorite tracks. Um, it's like it's a very interesting track because it takes like a lot of like common jokes and like tropes, and like kind of like applies that to his death, and the punchline being like himself, and he also says that like wait, let me find the line. um Funny, the joke is on me. I tried hard not to miss it. Everything I couldn't be. So he like kind of plays on like the saying like oh you missed the joke, whatever, with like him like missing his like own existence, if that makes sense. Which I find very interesting. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, no, I said I didn't usually don't. Well, I do kind of like this style of music, but like
mm,
it's kind of like it's kind of got like issues for me. Some of those issues here are pertaining like I'm not like fully hooked into every song really, but like I do really, really, really like the production here. It's very lush and
yeah,
the lyrical content really like ate
it
that
is it
too.
is it is top tier. Yeah. Um,
Yeah,
so
I
the
love.
third track. Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm just
I love the
geeking out here.
features here too. That's like gonna be
Yeah.
like an easy like mention of me. The people featured here are just like easy home runs for me. I mean, you got Danny Brown,
Danny.
who is amazing here.
Yeah.
That was kind of the part that kind of confused me because you mentioned before that about the whole like album themes. So
Yeah.
then I found it kind of confusing that there's a song about dying to carbon monoxide.
So I'll get to that track later. That's like a huge turning point in the story. Um, but yeah, basically Danny Brown like impersonifies carbon dioxide, basically. So he
It
like
fits. I can see that.
yeah, it does. I agree. It's
Um,
like a very Danny thing to do.
yeah. And of course Thor Harris, which I'm generally gonna say
Yes.
I'm fucking. If there's any reason for me
Mm,
for that to have listened to this album and like be happy that I did, the fact how much this made me realize just like how much
mm,
Harris's drumming added to one of my favorite albums this year.
yes,
Like the
absolutely.
way there's like so much space in his percussion on that song and so much repetition. I mean, it's obvious. Like I think Gaga got it on because it's like I want to create something like a bit of Swans. We wanted a bit of
Yeah.
that Swans, and it perfectly like they really
Yeah,
got
that song
there.
is so good. It's such a good closer.
Yeah.
It really has that kind of. I actually listened to that album with Walter, and he pointed out that like that track kind of sounded like this year a little bit. It had like that kind of sound, um,
Yeah.
and I can definitely
It's just
see that. And
yeah.
so do you mind if I do like a track by track, like we did
Go
for
ahead.
Revolver?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. I don't have as
Thank you.
much to say really.
So the third track
Like,
is called. Oh, sorry.
oh, go ahead. I wasn't saying
so
anything.
so the third track, "Don't Mind Me," um, is like it's basically about his mom dealing with his passing, and he's yeah. Well, the name of the track is pretty self-explanatory. He doesn't want her
Definitely has
to
my.
mourn his life.
It probably has my favorite chorus of the album. by the
Yes,
way.
it's so good. Um, so he's basically like he's basically visiting his home, and he sees through the window his mother looking at these pictures, and just like she's a mess, obviously, as would any mom
Yeah.
in this kind of situation, which is like again like very like it just hits, like especially for like if you yourself have had these thoughts, but like it always sort of like goes back to like, oh, how would my mom react, or like how would my close ones react to like if something were to happen to me. um
Yeah.
so very strong track. um the line, "You point to the sky, if only you knew I'm so much closer," just hits. That's such a good line.
Yeah. It's a lot of moments of like very solid songwriting here.
Yeah.
Very good like lyrics that really convey what he's trying to say. What's like I love the close eyes and dream. Um, that's another this track.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
like you said, the those lyrics indeed.
Yeah, it's just like very like it's a very um depressing album, but it's also like a very kind one. Like I feel like it deals with these sort of themes in like probably like the best way you could, because it doesn't
Yeah,
become like do you know what I mean?
and not too like exploitative,
Yeah, exactly. It just feels,
insensitive.
yeah. Yeah, not at all. It definitely, yeah, I feel like he handled it really well. Like it could have easily become like really just like
Yeah, especially if it's like a YouTube
insensitive and yeah.
musician,
Yeah, exactly.
he could easily have like dropped the ball, but he really doesn't make this like what's the
It
word?
definitely feels like he with this
He did.
album, it
He's
definitely
telling
feels
this
like,
like from a,
yeah, it definitely feels
he
like
isn't
he's like,
bullshitting.
yeah, exactly.
It feels
Um
pretty earnest.
yeah. So the fourth track, Picking Up Hands, again, I fucking love the titles, because like they say a lot without like saying too much. But like after like hearing the song and like reading into it, like the titles themselves perfectly like emphasize what the songs are about, in my opinion. So Picking Up Hands is quite literally him picking up his own hands from his like uh, dead body, um, and
Yeah,
just like reflecting upon like his childhood memories, um, and stuff, reflecting on his life, and in a way like regretting what he did, uh, while also knowing that he couldn't take it no more. Um,
yeah,
so he feels this urge to like be born again. Maybe not regret. Maybe that's not the right word, but he doesn't want to be in this state anymore, seeing like everyone mourn his death. He just wants to move on. He wants to be born again. Which very fittingly moves on to the next track called "Born Yesterday." Um,
yeah. This was probably my favorite here.
yeah, yeah, this is definitely one of the best ones. Um, yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's so good, and also the "For No One" interpolation is
yeah.
just like,
Very that very
so
fitting.
good. Yeah, very like well put in my opinion. Very well realized. Um,
Yeah,
so like he's like, so yeah, this also again is about like his mom, um, still mourning his
yeah,
death, and him um, like just being like, yeah, he's like not dead nor alive. He's just in this like purgatory state, and he like doesn't really know how to deal with anything. Uh, so he continues to blame himself for like everything.
Yeah.
Because he feel like he's causing more like not just internal pain, but also like externally, which I find is like these like you know themes aside, and like this concept aside, I feel like just is very relatable in general. Um,
Yeah.
so track
Uh,
6 is an
yeah.
interlude. Oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, it's an interlude.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I think I think it's a very like beautiful one, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I just think the production is like stellar. Honestly, it's like really good.
Oh, yeah, it's like a bit of a spoken word, if I remember,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and it works very well with it. I like that.
Yeah, and so the next track. Now we go into house settling. So did you actually figure out what this was about?
No, is it that
It's
like he didn't kill himself? It was just he actually died from like.
so basically, yeah. So no, so this is about him. He's returning to his house, right? And uh, because he feels so lonely being because there's no one else. He's still in this purgatory state. Like he's all by himself. No one sees him. He can't interact with anyone. So what he does is he goes back to his home, and he turns on the oven when everyone's asleep. So he wants to poison his loved ones, and he wants to kill them in order for them to join him in the afterlife.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. It's
Did he
fucking
actually die? Is it that like implied or?
no. So basically, in the next track, he actually goes back and he like realizes his wrongdoings and he turns the oven off. So he never like actually kills them, but like it's implied that he
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to kill
that's
them
why.
at
That's
first.
why it's nuts. It's like
Yeah,
regretting
exactly.
it.
Yeah. He like unties the knots. Yeah. Um. So Danny is literally like impersonating this oven, which is fucking insane. So
I
he's
can't
basically
believe that.
like,
Honestly,
yeah,
it's like the role of a lifetime for him.
exactly. It's such a fucking good feature. Like he literally kills that track. He literally, he fucking steals it, in my opinion. It's such a good verse. It's honestly like it might be one of my favorites from Danny, like one of my favorite features, um, because it's so over the top, but it also like fits the vibe of the track.
Yeah.
Like yeah. Like he basically plays this like cartoon villain, and it all like works. Um,
It's like perfect for Danny.
yeah. So yeah, that track is honestly one of my favorites, just because of like how crazy the concept is, and it's like a huge turning point. Um, in a way, it's kind of like okay. So hear me out. It's kind of like in a way reminds me of like New Magic Wand from Igor, in the way that it's like like a big turning point in like a concept album.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you see what I mean with that
Yeah, I see
comparison?
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of like the big twist,
yeah,
or like
exactly.
throws in the new. Yeah.
Yeah, and so Knots is basically him like pulling himself together and being like, no, this is like all wrong. I don't I
I
want
do
to
really
like
like. I really like this song because like it's
yeah.
more in the rap direction, and it's probably his best rapping on the album.
Absolutely. So Knots is basically like I've seen like a lot of like I haven't actually seen him live, but I've seen like a lot of like recordings of his shows, and this is like the one song on this album that he plays, and man, this track would go fucking crazy live. Like from what I've seen,
You
it's
should go
fucking
see
crazy.
him.
Yeah, he actually
You
plays in
should go see him.
Amsterdam uh, later
No,
this
I'm
year.
not gonna see him. I don't like him enough to like go see
Yeah,
him. You
yeah,
should.
yeah. I want to, but like like the closest show is Amsterdam, so I would have to fly to Amsterdam.
Come to Amsterdam then.
Yeah, maybe. Um,
Yeah, for
so
real.
yeah, that song I fucking love. Knots is fucking great. Um, so he turned the oven off, and he basically, this is him like saying, like, no, I can't do this shit anymore. I like, I literally can't see my mother like be in pain no longer. It's better for me to like not haunt them anymore because that will just make it worse. So I'm just gonna like leave them be and just like move on and um and like
Yeah.
let them move on as well. Um um and then we get to what is probably my favorite track on the album. It's Fantasy World. um
Yeah.
I think this song is fucking amazing. It's so beautiful. And it's also like, did you realize how like this is the only track where the vocals aren't like distorted or like altered?
No, I
Um,
didn't notice. Like, I did
yeah,
notice like the vocals at that production bit, but this one is like less, because it's is this meant to be like not F3 dice?
yes, this is actually a flashback. So this is him before he killed himself. So
Yeah.
so yeah, so this is the only song where he's like actually a human, uh, which I just find like super interesting, and it totally makes sense, like considering his vocals are like clean for the first time, uh, and only time on this entire record. Um, so he talks about this fantasy world. He basically read this poem that he wrote about like um, it's your bakery in Maine. I think he says it's that cabin in Sweden. He talks about all these like um, or yeah, like all these like things, memories that he wish he could like embrace, and talks about how like this world, like he wants to leave this world and uh, live this fantasy life instead, and how leaving this one would be the only way to reach that place.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, again, it doesn't feel insensitive at all. It just feels like, you know, in like in a way it feels like relatable because like
Yeah, he's definitely not like he's talking from a earnest place.
absolutely,
This is not like faking it. That's always like a very good strong point.
yeah. And I feel like he paints such a good picture of like what this place would look like. He talks about um, the mountains as like sort of a metaphor for like this wall, this like unclimbable wall, um, that he like can't reach past, and that he desperately wants to reach. These mountaintops.
Yeah.
Very beautifully written song, and it builds up for like 2 or 3 minutes or so until it finally like explodes, um, with like, yeah, super explosive crescendo that is actually like the best part of like all of these songs for me. It's so beautiful. I fucking love that song. um,
Yeah.
and then the penultimate track, Fractions of Infinity. We got Kanye's own Sunday service choir for this one.
But yeah, I
Fucking
didn't know it was
crazy
the
pull.
Kanye one.
Yes, it is. The Jesus is King choir. That's fucking a crazy pull as well.
Um,
Um,
did Kanye even like use that after Jesus is King, or
yes, afterwards.
are
Yeah.
they like their own? Are they like their own thing nowadays?
Yeah, for sure. So yeah,
So,
this track is like also like super pretty. Like this is probably the most pretty song on the album. Um, so so yeah, here he like kind of like accepts that like, oh, I actually like have to move on. Like this is him just like coming to terms with like everything that he has been going through. In a way, it feels like, um, it feels like a very fitting end. It might not be the actual end of the album, but it feels like him,
yeah,
like for the first
I mean,
time, like
the
actually, like um,
the fine the outro basically to the story. Because Sin is
yeah,
Division feels more like a epilogue in a way.
yeah. So yeah, exactly. So this is like the last chapter of like Limbo, and then the final track with Thor Harris, also fucking amazing, like spoken word track.
Yeah, it's my
Um,
favorite song on the album.
yeah,
It's yeah, it sounds like Swans. What can I say?
yeah, exactly. It sounds like this year. So good. So this last track depicts. So this is my like personal interpretation, is that like because so like basically um, God or whatever felt like now he was worthy of like um,
The afterlife.
yeah. Basically, he was like worthy for the afterlife, so now he can leave this purgatory state. He can finally leave limbo. So that leaves. So this basically depicts him going from um, limbo to the afterlife because of like his worth. He has like accepted that like he has like showed himself worthy basically, and that in and of itself leads to him like leaving this world behind entirely and descending to um uh, yeah like a afterlife of sorts, and I love that they keep it brief, um and like kind of leaves it up to your own interpretation as to like
Yeah,
where he's
what I
exactly
what I
going.
found interesting is because at least that's like 341. They said that at the beginning, and then like around 341 the intro kind of ends.
Yeah,
I thought at least, and that's like I don't know if that's intentional or that's like it wasn't exactly 341, but like seems to be the intent at least partially.
yeah. um
Yeah,
yeah, and so then basically like like the three last minutes or so of the track, because it's a very long track, it's like 8 minutes. um
yeah,
there's basically this like static
yeah.
sound, I
It's like
guess.
it's like static white noise,
Yeah, exactly. So
or
that
noise
basically,
wall
I
maybe.
think, is basically just like a depiction of his um like transportation to this otherworldly place, uh
Yeah,
which I think
or
is like
more
a very
like
fitting. And I also like love how it ends there, as this sort of
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
like
really good ending.
it's so good. So yeah, this album, I could talk about this for probably another hour or so,
There's a
but I'm
lot.
not gonna do that.
I do like hearing you talk about it. There's definitely like a
Mm,
lot of intrigue, details, and like general storytelling that
yeah,
I
exactly.
missed.
Like this feels like an
No,
experience, like more than just like a musical production. This feels like, like a story that you have to actually sit through and understand. And there's also a movie. He made a whole fucking movie for this, which is actually good.
like if I'm
Like
ever gonna revisit, I would probably end up watching that movie.
yeah, Yeah, it's actually good.
I'll watch it Sunday. Can I
Yeah.
log it on Letterboxd though? Otherwise, I'm not watching.
Yeah, it is. It is on Letterboxd.
Let's go.
Um.
Yeah,
So
no.
yeah, I fucking love this album. I think Kodeka is like one of the most interesting voices right now, like personally, and I can't wait for Vanisher, his next album, that's about to drop.
Yeah. Do you think
And
it's
yeah,
like
I'm
gonna drop
actually
within the next
his
couple?
probably not like usually if you look at his like other like recent rollouts, he usually dropped like a single like 2 to 3 weeks before the actual drop of the album. So we're probably gonna see a new single, and then probably he'll like put out
Yeah.
the release dates after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been like teasing it like crazy. There's like a number you can dial in, and there's like a secret message or something. I don't know.
And hard.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
I enjoyed this one a lot. And
hell yeah.
honestly, I
So
think I'm actually going to probably re-listen to this like
yeah,
at least sometimes. Like
fuck yeah.
I do feel like there's a sound here that's like very, very. It's definitely better than some other like chamber ambient pop records that kind of like blend more into the background. There's way more going on here.
Yeah, I definitely think like this is definitely like one of the better ones, like period in that genre.
Yep.
So yeah, I am. I'm happy that you liked it, and you liked it more than Scrapyard, I assume.
Yeah, I mean it's more focused
Yeah,
by design, you know.
yeah, because
And it's
Scrapyard
got
is
like
like,
great.
like Scrapyard doesn't have a concept or anything. However, like Dust Cutter, yeah, like some of the tracks, such as Dust Cutter, are like direct um, sequels to this album, basically. So like they are
Yeah, but
either
I also
tracks
feel
that
like
didn't
you
fit on
can.
this or on the new one, basically.
Yeah,
Just
but
like
it's like I feel like you get the full experience just from these tracks. I can't imagine
I agree.
adding
Yeah.
anything else. It would be a little too bloated if it went over the 1 hour runtime.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because for me, I definitely feel like the runtime is justified. For me at least.
I do indeed agree that it's like it didn't feel egregiously like long.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like an hour. That's definitely it helps that the longest track here is like my favorite, the Casino
Yeah.
Division.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
So
very
so
very
Cassini's
glad to have heard this and at
Division
least like
and
have
yeah. So Cassini's Division and Born Yesterday are your favorite tracks?
yes, and I'm glad to
Fire.
have like at least a positive opinion mostly of Quadeca.
Hell yeah.
Recognizing that when he's like producing albums and not throwaway pieces, he's a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do we place? I personally am going with like medium B, low B, somewhere like that.
For me, it's
Um,
a high A.
yeah. Yeah, then like medium B, low A, probably.
Yeah, so low A then.
What's
That's fire.
the highest B again? What's the highest B?
The highest B is Rebecca Black.
Yeah, sure, it's better than Rebecca Black at least.
So
So
below Ichiko Aoba.
yeah, it's definitely worse than Ichiko Aoba.
Okay. That's fire. I'm happy with an A from Quad. That's fire.
Yes, quad. Yeah, that was
Quad did.
everything for today.
Yeah,
Quad
that's
did.
everything.
They didn't believe in us. Quad did. You. Yeah. Very glad
Three
to have covered
and
this.
a half hours. Almost as long
Wow.
as The Irishman.
Goddamn. Better than the Irishman, actually.
For real.
So true, so true.
But yeah.
How many people are still watching
Again,
right now?
5.
Damn. We kept a good audience. It was
Yeah,
a good
for real.
day. Glad to know
Measuring time in The Irishmans from now on. So true.
Yes, so true. Is that like a pro comment?
Yes.
Of course.
Of course it is.
It's like
But yeah, again,
0.5.
Big
Irishman's.
shout out to Mercer. That was such a
Yeah, again,
fun
very happy to have him
segment.
on. Added a lot.
Yeah.
He added so much to the conversation,
For
and
real.
I'm glad
And
to have
if
hear
you
his
would,
thoughts.
I've already had some um, some people say they would want to join, such as Thomas, for example. Um,
Yeah,
Also,
I guess.
fuck! Why am I stuttering? My fucking autism is fucking. My autism is coming out. But hi, Duranu. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate the lurkers as well. Thank you so much. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, if you were to wanna join the podcast sometime, feel free to
Yeah, I think we
DM
should
me.
probably mention the next artist then, so people can know maybe.
Yeah. So why don't you take it away? Who's the next artist,
Yeah,
Julian?
next artist will be um well, it will be the Canadian post rock collective known as Godspeed You, Black Emperor.
Fuck yeah.
Or did we
Because
sort of
we're
mention them today?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because we're actually we're actually both gonna be seeing them this month, right?
like when are you seeing them exactly?
19th of March, so in 10 days.
17th. So 9,
Okay,
8.
so
Yeah, 8.
same week, yeah.
Yeah, like 2 days later.
Yeah.
We're hyped, man.
Dude, I'm so
We're
hyped.
excited. It's definitely gonna add a lot to the conversation. We were both thinking of running through the Discog anyway, so
Yeah, exactly.
no,
So
no,
wait,
not to cover
when's the episode gonna take place then? The 23rd, yeah. No,
afterwards.
22nd. Yeah.
Yeah, at least we
Fire.
hope. And I probably have to mention my the album that we're gonna be talking about
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, it's yours. It's
Yeah,
your recommendation. Yep.
yeah. Well, I got a fun one. I've been throwing around a lot of black metal uh profile pictures, of course. I feel like it's only appropriate that I do one. And I think I'm gonna go with Lurker of Chalice by Lurker of Chalice, side
Fire.
project from Leviathan or Jeff Whitehead. Rest, if you want to be specific. Edmo Black got some influence from DSBM, Funeral Doom. I haven't heard it yet. I've heard one track and
Mm-hmm.
it sounded insane, and I really wanna force myself to finally get through it entirely because I think it's dope as hell what I heard. And yeah,
I'm excited to check it out.
I'm very excited to hear it in full and talk about it here.
Also,
Um,
what are some new releases
I have no
that are
idea,
coming
but I
out?
think Clipping is coming out. That's the only one I'm sure
Oh,
of.
okay. Fire. I'm
So
excited
for
for that
sure,
one. The
we're gonna
singles have been
cover
great.
Clipping. Yeah, Clipping is the only one we know for sure right now. But you'll see. You could probably make an educated guess from what's coming out and stuff. So no,
Let me actually see here. I'm gonna look at the calendar for upcoming albums.
well, I think we'll just discuss that on our own.
Japanese Breakfast is dropping.
Ooh.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, well, you'll see what comes. We don't really. I don't feel like we should mention that stuff here because sometimes stuff changes, the price drops and all that, and then you have to cover that.
Yeah,
I think we
exactly.
should keep that more behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you all
Again,
for listening.
thanks everyone. Thank you Zilla for joining in.
Yep. Thank you,
And
Julian, for
yeah,
the discussion.
very glad to be here again. And
And once again, happy Women's Day.
yeah, shout out to women. And I'm sorry again for my
For your
joke about Phil
egregious
Spector.
Abbey Road take.
Sorry, women, for my take on Abbey Road and the fact that I excused a murderer because he named
Oh
me
my
my
god, okay,
baby.
stop. Okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Let's not bring that up again.
No,
We're getting
let's not.
cancelled.
Okay. But
Yeah.
yeah, good night, everyone. I'll see you
night.
guys tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm
it's
gonna be
late.
playing some Pokemon tomorrow. So I better get some sleep before the next stream.
Yippee.
Yeah. But yeah, good night, everyone. I love you guys. Bye.
Goodbye.